I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy! Oh, man!
And now, your mama knows.
29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
What are you, fucking nuts? You thought...
Subscribe to the most epic channel on YouTube for live streams every week. Daily videos. Subscribe. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon. Are you not entertained? What's going on, guys? It's the Cowboy King of Entertainment. I'm back with another video and another live stream. I am the king of content, the master of vlogging, the all-purpose champ. I might as well be the captain of consistency. And guys, I'm here with another gaming podcast. So guys, everything is on the table. Everything's on the line. All gamers are welcome. So guys, if you're coming to this channel for the first time, I am your host of this channel. You can find a plethora of content. Just about anything you could think of is on this channel. From vlogging, the gaming, the podcast, the movie reviews, the product reviews. Guys, it's all on here. So just check it out. See whatever type of content you like. I got to feed the fish. So give me a moment. Oh, I think that's a little bit too much. Whatever. They flew up there. So anyway, guys, we're going to get into this. Just, you know, I'm the guy that like to come on here and we just have some fun, be a little silly. Damn it. You know, I got to fix this thing. Because it's so loose. It's made where you could, like, switch it all up. Let me make it a little bit higher. Yeah. All right. All right. Anyway, so I'm gonna grab a chair. I hope you guys grab a chair, and we're gonna have some fun. All right, so what do we talk about today? Well, I'm used to FCAT always saying, oh, we're talking about this, talking about that. But you know what? FCAT didn't say anything today. So we would like to see what his crazy mind comes up with. Okay, let me turn that down. All right, so as I say that, FCAT is in the building. Silent, what's going on? Hold on, give Silent Cypher a cowboy welcome. And my man FCAT, speaking of the devil, is in the building. And none other than Jenna Hayes. And my man, Reaver, the Beaver. Hey, Reaver, man, I'm waiting for tomorrow, bro. Should be good. Oh, you got it, Silent. Silent, how you guys doing? What you guys got planned for this Wednesday on the Xbox International Podcast? And let me get the link. All right, so my man FCAT asked for the link. Guys, as you know, anybody could join the show. I throw the link out there. Anybody can click on the link and just jump right in. So Jenna Hayes, if you're trying to get Froggy, then jump on in. Reaver the Beaver, if you're trying to get Froggy, then jump on in. Silent Cypher, if you're trying to get Froggy, jump on in. All right, so to join the show, bam, there it is right there. All right. Oh, my man Q Beanie's in the building. Hide your wife, women, and children. You get smacked so hard your head hit the ceiling. All right. Oh, guys, coming in is none other than one of the smoothest guys I know. He seemed like he chills in Jersey and hang out with people like me, because he is none other than the guy that rules over the Northern Hemisphere. He is Captain Canada. It's Captain Canada. Captain Canada. Captain Canada. It's him. Hello, Phillips. Hello, Terrence. It's none other than Rudiggs. Woo! Coming in red hot. And dude, what I can't hear you.
No mic? There it is. There it is.
There it is. You know what? And my mic is all the way over there. I might have been low, or maybe it's picking up loud. I don't know. But anyway, Rudiggs, man, what is going on, bro? What you eating today?
Oh, my wife is cooking some dinner. We got black beans, chickpeas, rice, potatoes, steamed vegetables. You know, everything I eat is calculated. Today I've been going all vegan. I just ate a pile of noodles that were made from mung beans, super high protein. Just chugging back the shakes, mass gainer, vegan, granola, oatmeal this morning. So it's been a good day for foods. Hitting the weights hard today too.
Okay.
I'm exhausted.
Dude, I am hold on, I don't want to say this to you because I'm mad at you, but I was gonna say, yeah, I'm mad at you. I was gonna say, man, I've been slacking, but I always pull my little baby out, right? But I haven't went to the gym in a while because I was doing really good, and then I started doing these classes with my wife, and then I ended up hurting my back, and I was like, man, so I was like, I need a break. So yeah, but I got weights at the house, but I haven't been to the gym to, But anyway, I'm mad at you, bro. You got this whole little nonsense. Oh, this is the thing for gamers who lift, and you ain't invite the Cowboy King of Entertainment yet. Come on, look at these guns. You got these bums on this show. Tell me, I used to lift 90 weights. Are you doing it now? No, you don't even look like you was eating. I don't even know. But bro, I want my invite, and I need to be there. You got Rouster and all these guys over here look like they ain't lift weights since weights lifted them at their mom's canal. And the cowboy over here, hold on. Guys, I barely even work out, and look at me. Come on. You know what? This is a travesty, man. It's a travesty, and I can't believe it. And I'm every day I drove 2 hours and 28 minutes to meet you in person. I thought we hit it off. I thought it was something about you and me that was just special. But no! All right, I'm sorry. I gotta continue the show.
That's why I'm here, man. That's why we're hanging out here. I come out,
fair
I
enough.
come to the Cowboys' house, talk about games. I try to get in as much drawful as I can. Just come in, win, and leave. If you haven't played, come out to Cowboys streams. He's playing drawful. It's hilarious. They're throwing out the dirtiest stuff, so it's a little bit,
That's all my
18
wife's
plus.
doing. That's my wife's doing. But yeah, we'll be back with that tomorrow. But I know FCat's gonna get mad because he's been in the background for a little bit. So let's bring in FCat. Bam! Oh, you know what? He's gone. Psych! Bam! FCat, what is going on, man?
Yo.
FCat, you've been quiet in the chat today, man.
Pull up my
Oh,
thing.
damn. Look, he's like, pull it up.
Look
right,
at those
here we
tabs, bro. Look at those tabs, bro. Like, you cannot tell me I don't have nothing.
Oh, wow. Man, you know what? Rudy, do you feel safe around FCat? It's like he's always trying to start a World War 18 or something, you know? No.
I was just with FCat in freaking Helldivers. This dude throws an orbital right beside me, bro. What was with that? What was with that? And then as soon as you knew what you did, you got out of there. I was like, all right, I guess
Ran
FCat's
straight
leaving after
toward
that,
it.
that dirty dude. I ran straight towards it. Just bull.
I told you,
Bull
dude,
FCat.
if you play with FCat, he's just going to randomly kill you. I'm telling you. That's all I'm trying. Man.
Yeah, I've been getting kicked lately for splitting up with
You should
the
get
team.
kicked. But guys, here's the link if you want to join. Reaver, he said he would join, but he's my man is packing to go moving or unpacking because he moved to Ohio. Let me see who else is in the building. Cubini's in the building. Said he can't join, unfortunately. Oh, hold up. Hey, Rude Diggs. How you gonna have gamers who lift and you don't got Obi Rose the Hulk Kenobi? This guy just eats steroids. Well, he looked like he eats steroids. We're not saying. I'm not saying Obi's the juicer.
Like you,
I'm
man.
just saying, huh?
Your schedules are way too busy. I can't book you guys. It's a talent.
No, I will make it. You want me to call out of work? All you gotta do is do a bomb scare at my job. You know?
No, I don't need to do that.
All right, well, I just figured to get me out.
Let-
No, but
let's-
don't you do it? Hold up, didn't you do it on the weekend?
Listen, you don't need to blow up my scene, all right? I'm just saying you guys are busy. Yeah, we
Alright,
do
good.
it once a month. It's just us talking about, gym life, lifting, because we do it on a regular basis. And just that's right. I'm at the gym. I take 1 day off a week. So
Just about. Yeah, so we do it on a regular basis. All right, you know what, Rude Diggs? I'm gonna tell you this much. About a month from now, so this is what I always do, Rude Diggs. My birthday, okay, is April 13th. I got almost a month. Bro, trust and believe and trust for my birthday. And my birthday's on a Saturday. The Cowboy King of Entertainment.
Yeah.
Trust me, Rude Diggs, I'm gonna be jacked a month from now. All right? Or either I'm gonna injure myself and I won't be able to work out. But one or two things is gonna happen.
Yeah, thanks to you, Cowboy, to your how to install the PS5 storage drive thing, I was able to get in my
Cool.
easy.
No, that's cool. It was pretty easy, right?
I had to put the heat sink over the chip and
Wait. You didn't buy one that came with a heat sink?
No, it came with a heat sink. I had to
okay.
screw it together with these little itty mini freaking screws that are aggravating.
Yeah.
So then I had to put a small screw to hold it in place. That way it didn't shuffle around.
Did you install an NVMe drive? Is that what you're talking about?
He did a internal drive to the PlayStation 5.
Yeah. It's not rocket scientist. You plug it in and then you screw it down.
Hey man, listen, if you never did it before, but guess what, Rudix? He watched my review. or my how-to
that's
video.
good.
He watched
That's
my
how I
how-to
watched
video.
I watched it
Yeah, and
because I told you I was doing
also,
it. You sent it to me. I pulled it up.
Yeah.
from your
Hey,
video,
listen,
I did not know
and
you could put the stand underneath it sideways.
huh?
Yeah,
Yeah, I made that the video on that one too.
yeah.
Wait,
You know what? You
how do
guys
you
are
sit
right,
your
man.
PlayStation?
Oh, hold up!
Vertical
Don't
or
say that.
horizontal?
Murder's in the building.
It's horizontal, but it's
503.
sitting on the
Yeah, that's the
stand.
right way.
Joey
Yeah, but
Lee,
it's
what's
on the
going
stand
on?
also.
I'm just shouting out
Yeah.
people's names I see showing up. All right, hold on, FCAT. Let me just get down to everybody else, and then I will. Obi said he doesn't lift, just so you know. He said, I ain't mad at you, Rude Diggs. Haha, bro. I hit a 1-year-old. Hey, listen, man. Obi, don't be telling us how you be beating your child, right?
Yeah.
Rain
I
said, I
don't know
love
what
the
he's
gym.
saying.
Rain, you love the gym, but Rude Diggs ain't gonna have you on. You know what, man? I don't even care, man. This is blasphemous.
What TPG ain't coming on? Where's my shadow at? Come on, this guy follows
Actually,
me
yeah.
on every podcast.
Yo, where's the Rude Diggs shadow? Yo, Sour Blow in the building. What's going on?
TPG complains too much.
Neil is able to make it. And hold on, let's see what Urban's talking about. Lost another $25 to Room. Dude, you got to stop betting against Room, man. He keeps, oh, man. So they're going to do a Mike Tyson bet when that comes out. All right. So, Obi, what do you think about calisthenics? All right. So here we go.
All right, let's get into it.
All right, let's get into it, guys. All right, that's enough fun and
All right,
games.
first
It's now
thing.
time. Hold on, wait. Let me see what Cypher said real quick. Something about working out. He said, I enjoy the gym. Bro, but he's not going to let you on either. What do you got to be, a Canadian to get on that show?
Rouster's from Jersey. I don't want to make that worse for you.
All right, well, yeah, that's.
Yeah, our hopes and our dreams, Cowboy, might come true because EA and Respawn, apparently they're working on another Titanfall, but it's not going to be Titanfall 3.
Well, wait. My hopes and my dreams is to be on Rude Diggs' show.
You on the download, you have an open spot open. You're even in the title of the download. I have you in the intro.
All right, cool. But that ain't good enough, Rude Diggs. It doesn't sit well with me, man. But I'm telling you, because of you, I'm going to the gym and I'm gonna get my gains up. And by my birthday, I'm gonna be like, you ain't inviting this to that show. So just wait 30 days. All right, I'm done. I swear, I'm not saying nothing else. All right, sorry, FCAT. I will not interrupt you for non-video game stuff again.
What's your thoughts, Steve?
So you said they're working on a
It might
Titanfall
happen.
3, but it's wait.
A Titanfall game, but it's not Titanfall 3.
Well, technically,
Could be
Apex
a prequel.
Legends but technically Apex Legends is a Titanfall game, but it's not Titanfall.
Also, right?
So I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, Rudix, did you ever play Titanfall?
I never played Titanfall, so it's hard for me to
What?
comment on this other than Respawn. I hope they don't get sued by Rockstar for the letter R. That's my comment.
you play Armor Core.
I will
6
I will say this.
Not gonna play Titanfall.
So I will say this: Armor Core is probably one of the best first-person shooters ever of all time, hands down. Like no jokes, no like whatever. And for me, I out of every first-person shooter game I played, it has the best story mode. That story mode is so good. It's not a super long one either, but it's amazing. But it's a
you're
great
talking
game.
about Titanfall.
Yeah, Titanfall Part 2. Part 2. The campaign was really good. Really good. But yeah, I mean, listen, the fans they love this game. So if they can make another one, but it's technically not a Titanfall 3, so I don't what does that mean? But again, Apex Legend is out of the Titanfall world, so I don't know. But it's gonna be an extraction shooter. You steal stuff and then jump in you steal stuff and call down your Titan to jump in and fly away or something. I don't know.
It'll be like
Titan Divers.
Titan Divers. Oh man.
Yeah, let's go on to the next one.
All right.
This just in, guys, hot off the presses. Multiverses is coming back.
Yeah, I watched it. I watched the video of it today. I put in the thing.
Make sure to stop by McDonald's, right? They
You
got a
can pull
little
it up
promo for that one.
You want me to put up the trailer?
if you want to.
I don't really want to. You get it. It's
Have you
movie,
seen-
It's like
Batman?
too much of a kids game for you.
I mean, they just pretty much ripped off. What's the Nintendo game?
Super Smash Bros.
Oh, Fisherman.
It's the same mechanics as Super Smash Brothers.
Right, Super Smash Bros. Same thing with PlayStation All Stars. Same thing with what's the one that's on,
God
that
damn
was on
it.
PC and then they brought it over? The one where you got like the they started putting other characters in that game. Valhalla,
Like a Rumble verse?
Brawlhalla.
Oh, but Brawlhalla.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
Yeah. You know, you played one, you kind of played
The
them all.
multiverses, like, it went away and everybody thought it died, but it.
Well,
actually
I was
came
gonna
back.
say, bro, and I was gonna get on you because I was like, didn't you say that game died? And when I watched the video, the developers like, now we're ready to actually release the full game. I was like, oh, it wasn't even an actual full game. It was like not beta, but it was like early access or whatever. They was like, yeah, now the full game will be releasing. So I'm like, people said the game died, but they just, you know,
They let people spend money on that game in the open beta, I'll tell you that.
they did. Yes, they did.
But yeah,
listen, they did the same thing for don't act
Or
like
TPG.
hold up, listen.
I can't hear that comment from the background.
Exactly. Rudies, don't act like we all didn't buy whatchamacallit part 3 back on Stadia, Baldur's Gate 3 on Stadia. That was real money. The game wasn't out.
That's true, but we were refunded. Multiverses had a system in it where if you wanted to be other characters, you had to purchase them. So how does that work? Hopefully you get those characters now that the game is coming back.
Yeah, you probably will. Because when
But
you think
essentially you rented those. You didn't have access to what you purchased for an entire year, which I think is crazy.
I think it's probably like early access, right? So it's the same thing when you get an early access. Like look at Baldur's Gate 3. We paid, I paid $70 for that game on Stadia, right? And it wasn't even a full game. Every so often they reset the game, and you never got to play the full game way back then. So
right, but you didn't have to buy classes within the game to play, and the purchase of that guaranteed you the full release copy.
Right. So you don't think this is going to give them people the full release?
Oh, it's a free to play game.
Oh, that's right. Well, you don't think they're going to have their content that they pay for?
Well, that's the mystery. I hope they give people their content back. I just don't understand a world where you buy things on a beta to have access to them and then they take it away and you don't have access for an entire year. Like that to me as a gamer is brand new.
Well, no.
Brand new.
Stadia, those Stadia Rudics.
I get
Rudics,
that.
that was Stadia.
Right? So look, I get that part because you got to think at some point they decided let's pull it to the side to actually get it ready to go. So you was told it's just like when people do the crowdfunding games, right? You paying money before the game's even out, then they let you play a little snip of it, then they disappear. Like that one game that was coming out for Stadia, Skylanders.
Climbers.
Right? Whatever happened,
Sky Climbers.
Sorry.
whatever happened to that
Climbers or
game?
Skylanders.
What do you mean? It's
It never
coming out for, I think it has a release date.
Does it now? Let's see. Here,
That's crazy.
I'll pull this other thing up. Oh wait, I gotta bring
But
hold on real quick, FCAT. I gotta bring somebody that's been sitting in the back for a while. My bad. But guys, coming on, hasn't been on here in a bit. The guy that follows Rudigs around, he wish he was as good as Rudigs in every hard game Rudigs play. This guy tried to match Rudigs, but he can't do it. He can't touch him. But it's the maker of chaos is in the building. I don't know, should I let him in? Because he might be furious. Because you show him up, Rudigs. He want to be like you, but he can't. Maker, what's up?
I didn't write that intro.
What you talking about? What
Hey,
you talking about? I've played way more
Souls.
Souls games than Rudiggs has.
No, listen,
if anyone's the ultimate Souls gamer, it's this guy right here.
I text Rudiggs and said, Maker's coming on, and he texted me what to say. I'm just reading on the prompt. That's all I'm reading it on the prompt from Rudiggs, all right?
Yeah,
so,
we'll go with that.
Damn.
Don't blame me.
But unfortunately, guys, WB has said that, oh yeah, go ahead.
All right, here you go. Check it out.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Trailer.
Let's get to work.
Okay, ready to roll? Get centered. Showtime. Sound.
Showtime. Quiet.
Camera.
Scene 1, take 1, Mark.
Camera set. And
Action.
Hi everyone, I'm Tony, Game Director of Multiverses and co-founder of Player First Games. I'm excited to share that our free-to-play platform fighter, Multiverses, is launching on May 28th.
I am freaking confident!
The team has heard your feedback, and we've learned a lot from our open beta. We've been hard at work, and we'd like to give you a sneak peek at what we've been up to. From day one, we set out to make a game that not only packs a punch, but makes a mark on the game genre we love. Here at PFG, it's always been our aspiration to make a platform fighter that you'll love as much as we do. We've been working hard on a variety of changes and updates to deliver an improved gameplay experience, so let's get into it. A core aspect of Multiverses is our wealth of iconic characters in the game, with fun-filled competition set against the backdrop of reimagined universes and environments. So I'm happy to say we'll be adding some really exciting, brand new personalities to the roster, along with more stages from worlds we have yet to explore.
another foe for me to crush.
We moved to Unreal Engine 5, which will improve the game's visuals and character lighting. So in other words, Shaggy sandwiches have never looked better.
Pastrami online!
We've rebuilt the game from the ground up to support our new netcode, to provide consistent, world-class online play. So every hit, dodge, and battering will be delivered with pinpoint accuracy. There'll be consistent game performance no matter what platform you're playing on. There'll be new attacks and combat mechanics for each character, putting more skill expression in your hands. We honestly can't wait to see what you come up with.
The balance of power is restored.
One of the things we're most excited to announce is a brand new PvE mode that'll offer a new way to play outside of competitive PvP. This new mode will introduce additional ways of playing with unique rewards.
I'm ready for more.
Lastly, we're thrilled to announce that we'll soon be launching the Illudium Q36 explosive space modulator that'll destroy the Earth once and for all.
Marvin, stop hacking the teleprompter.
Your gadgets mean nothing, Earthman.
Take 3, Mark.
This is a small
See, it's like when I was reading the teleprompter that Rudiggs put up there.
glimpse of what we have in store for Multiverses. We'll be sharing a lot more details in the coming weeks. From all of us at Player First Games and Warner Brothers Games, we cannot wait to play Multiverses with you on May 28th. Until then,
The end.
guys, I wasn't done.
Sorry, Don.
All right, so I got to give them credit. 1, they put it in Unreal Engine 5 now. 2, they worked on the netcode. 3, they added a whole PvE mode. So that's 3 things that the people who paid or was playing it before didn't get
And
access
a new
to.
engine.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Next gen engine.
Eat
But
that,
pull me
Rudiggs!
back. Pull me back, cowboy.
No, I
We
just said
have
it's weird
unfortunate
how
news.
they people buy things in the beta and then they took that away from them for a year. Like, why not open
Well,
up
well,
everything in the
think
beta?
about it,
Well,
right? They had
Warner
that-
Brothers is
everybody.
now focused on live service games, Rudiggs.
All right, well, hold on. But think about it, right? In order for them to step it up to Unreal Engine 5, to add a new game modes, they had to take it away, right? You couldn't just have the game people still playing the old version. So at some point you had to like bring it away. But I get what you're saying. People are spending real money. All I'm assuming, right? I'm assuming that they're just gonna be like, oh, there's the stuff that you paid for. Gotta be. Because if it's not,
Fingers crossed.
yeah,
Fingers crossed.
Hey, Rudiggs, you and I didn't pay that money, so I'm just saying.
No,
We don't
no,
have that
no.
problem.
FCAT's
You guys didn't
got
buy
2
anything?
free characters.
What'd you say, Maker?
No.
Then you guys didn't buy anything last time it was.
No, I mean, I was really thinking about buying Scooby snacks, but I wasn't that hungry, so I just said, never mind. Now I'm being told I don't work out enough, so, you know.
So what y'all think about this?
Okay, so Warner Brothers to move away from AAA games, now focus on live service games. So, you know what's crazy? Is everybody's loving the hell out of Helldivers, and we know that's not a AAA game. And so, but I don't, let me ask you this. Is Helldivers live service? I guess it is, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I would say so.
So yeah, I mean, look at the success in that, right? So I guess, right? All right, so all right, let's learn some things. Let's bring up some things we learned about gaming. I never made a game, and I don't know if you guys did, but what we did learn was Naughty Dog said if they was to keep the Last of Us Factions 2, they would have had to change their whole company into a live service company. So they said they didn't want to do it. Their bread and butter was single player games. Now, you see Warner Brothers saying that they're going to move away from AAA games to focus on live service games. You also see Arrowhead Studios made Helldivers 2, right? And it's killing it. So imagine if you say, you know what? Obviously, it costs a lot, right? To do AAA games, like Naughty Dog said, we can't afford to do that way. We got to keep our money doing that. They're saying they're going to that. We see what Helldivers is doing. I mean, would you guys mind if a bunch of games start or companies start making Helldiver style games, or like I'm not saying everything's going to function like Helldivers, but it would be like that quality of graphics, right? It's
Extraction
definitely not
shooter.
AAA, but it's like not bad, but they constantly keep feeding you content, kind of, and it's what would you guys think about that? But the game just didn't look like
That's just
mind blowing.
extraction shooters becoming the new thing.
Yeah,
That's
but my
basically what
question is,
they're
were you guys cool with that? Like, if you just see a bunch more games popping up that you clearly looking like this could look better, but it's not bad, and it's like $40 as opposed to $70. Maker, what about you? What's your thoughts on that?
I think he said he'll be back.
He was
I
just
think
talking.
what's happening here is Warner Brothers has probably doubled down on their multiverses. I mean, they just threw out a whole campaign with McDonald's. I think they're really going to be pushing the pipeline and trying to create multiverse as the next Fortnite, as a money engine for these kids wanting to jump in and play this fighting game with their friends. It's the Nintendo online world for Super Smash Brothers is popular, but there is a lot of hoops to jump through to get into matches with your friends. This looks like it's going to be very easy, a lot less barriers. And so automatically that's a huge selling point. It's as easy as Fortnite, essentially, to get in with your friends. So right away, you have that accessibility. And I think that's where they're diverting money in, because I think they see multiverses being bigger than even Harry Potter.
Yeah, you know what's deep is look at it this way, and they got those iconic characters, right? So they know people do like Smash Brothers paved the way, right? So people like that style of gaming. I don't consider them a real fighting game, but people like it, right? So now you got all the other ones that did this and that, but this got Batman and Superman and those characters. So yeah, they might be onto something, you know.
Well, I mean, like you were mentioning before about like, do you think this is the route that they're gonna go with, like not AAA and these like live service style games? I think we're already there. Look at Escape from Tarkov. Look at heck PUBG. I mean, PUBG rakes in like 700 million a year, right? And it's killing it, and it doesn't have near the best graphics compared to like a Call of Duty or those really high budgeted games.
So my only issue with PUBG, where I don't see it that way, because I think once upon a time PUBG graphics was AAA,
No,
but then they just
they've
never
always
upgraded.
been.
They just never stayed with the time.
They were a small team. It was not a big game. I mean, it released for it was $30 or $40, I believe, on launch. So it wasn't even full price for PUBG.
Yeah, you're right. It was $40, because I remember it was $40 on Xbox, and then when it came to PlayStation, it ended up being free. So yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. It was a smallish team. I think they only had like 100 people.
Okay.
So like it's a lot of these big games like that really blow up are these like not super expensive games, and I'm sure they rake in the revenue from that.
Right.
But I think that's the way. Well, I think that's a lot of these companies see that money and they want a piece of it, and I think
Yeah.
that's basically what Warner Brothers is saying.
Well, let me
Right.
ask you guys this: do you think it will bother you if single player games started to not be AAA? Because I imagine God of War was like 40, 39.99, and it was like the graphics scaled down a little bit. I'm like, no, we ain't doing this.
Here's what I would want to see on that comment. I want to see big games come out like God of War Ragnarok at the beginning of a console life cycle. And I want that to be a full-fledged, amazing game. And then throughout the console life, give me substantial DLC to expand
Yes.
on that game, take advantage of the engine you built, and monetize it throughout the lifespan of that, and then have a plan for your next console and your next console lifestyle. I'd like to see the same with Spider-Man, with God of War, with Horizon, with all your major IPs. And I think that is a great way to launch games and sustain them and take advantage of what you produced.
Dude, that's brilliant. I mean, you
Some
always
more
say some,
Miles
you always
Morales
say some
type
pretty smart
games.
stuff, but that is that. I mean, that says it all, right? Life cycle of a console, come out with that one game, like when we seen they came out with a Valhalla. That was cool. That was brilliant. That was smart. Same thing with The Last of Us. Like that mode. If they back that mode or let people know that the no return mode, like the no return mode should have got a like people they should have been pushing it like they pushed the God of War mode, right? The God of War mode, everybody heard of it and played it when it was out or whatever, right? The Last of Us mode, I feel like it might be a little better than the God of War mode. I played a lot of it, and it's very comparable to what they did with God of War, but no one's even talking about it because it's just wrapped into like a paid $10 DLC, and they made the focus of just a complete DLC. You get this, and this, right? But yeah, definitely that's a genius ideal, I think.
Yeah.
Also, I want to just acknowledge Ron Slusher is in the building. He's doing the old
And
thing.
Maker, I'm trying to identify sort of more of what Horizon did, where they
Okay.
launch at the beginning of the cycle and then you get Burning Shores directly added onto your game. And then I'd like to see, another DLC and further expand my Horizon experience for this console life cycle. And then on PS6, launch a brand new Horizon with a new engine and then trickle down the DLC throughout the cycle.
Well, I feel like Insomniac kind
Or
of has an interest. I like their cycle where they release like the big game and then they have the smaller game Miles and then Spider-Man 2 and then they're planning Venom to be kind of a
Right.
smaller title. So like that kind of method is like where they break it up like big title small, big
Yeah.
title small.
Kind of
I
like how
think that's a
Destiny
good.
used to do it. Like Destiny, you would get, the year you'll pay for the big expansion, and then throughout the year you could pay for the little expansions, but it kind of got content. And Jenna hates that Cowboy. Keep in mind, technology will get cheaper, so it will be feasible to have gas games with Last of Us quality. No, I get it. I mean, look at the first Descendants. That game has really good graphics, and that's a gas game.
Well, I think bigger companies are definitely going to want to push AI and more productivity, and so I feel like that's going to be one way where these games will cost less,
Right.
and so it I think that's one of the ways that's going to happen. A lot of people aren't going to like it, like specifically the creatives and the creators aren't going to like it, but the companies they want to save money and make as much money as they can. So
Yeah.
the big
Cherry Man
problem
said, I know y'all
is,
heard about more killer PlayStation games coming to PC stream.
yeah, we'll get to that.
Like Ghost of Tsushima. That is cool.
Yeah, the more what my thing with live service, they're usually hit or miss, and a lot of them fail.
That's true. But I think everybody's chasing that golden nugget, see what Fortnite did. So it's kind of like you got all these ideas, right? Why not throw it out there and see what happens? So, I mean, Fortnite
But
to me wasn't what it was,
it,
obviously, when it first came out. Who would have thought? So you never know.
guys, in September, actually, Destiny will fulfill its 10-year promise.
Oh, wow. This September?
Yep.
And that's from Destiny Part 1, correct? Part 1 all the way through 2.
Exactly.
Right?
But
Okay.
but they
it
had to
all
make
counts
2
together.
games, right? It wasn't just one game that lasted 10 years. It was 2 games. So technically, it's not correct.
It's literally the
Well,
same
the
thing.
franchise. The
Yeah,
franchise.
like I feel like Destiny 1 and 2, Destiny 1 rolled right into 2. It was like the same game. Yeah.
That's like saying like Halo is a 10-year-old
Exactly.
game because there's more Halos.
Well, the Halo didn't make that comment. Bungie did.
Yeah, that's just like an excuse. Like if you have a game that then turns into another game, like, and you can't say that one game was a 10-year lasting game because there was 2 games, not 1.
Oh yeah, GTA 5.
GTA 5 would
That
probably
lasted
be considered
that
like a
lasted
10-year
10
game.
years.
Yeah.
Mm.
Minecraft.
But yeah, guys, there's this crazy game that they just showed off.
Okay, let's see it. Oh, this is
First
that,
Battle Royale Open announced with Ready Player One.
Yeah, but I watched the video. It was just a teaser.
Trailer?
Like, we didn't even see anything special.
Pull it up.
What, that trailer I put in the Discord?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it don't really
I
show
don't know
nothing,
anyone
but
talking about
all
this.
right.
I think it looks pretty crazy.
It didn't show no gameplay. What do you mean it looks crazy? Is there a trailer you seen that I didn't see? Let's see how crazy.
It's like marathon. It's like marathon. It's like it looks amazing and like
All right, guys. Let's see how
doubling down on it.
this trailer looks. Are you ready? So look, right there. That's a PlayStation.
Like Concord. Like you don't know what the hell that is.
All right, look at these consoles though. There's a PlayStation right there. There's a Nintendo, right? A regular Nintendo. I think on the right side that is a Sega Master System. I think. Here, let's see. So 3 old.
Yeah, that was an Atari.
That looked like that was Atari 2600. Oh man, look, isn't that the what is it called again?
Back to the Future car.
Yeah,
the DeLorean.
Yeah, DeLorean. There you go. Look, there's another Atari 2600.
That's no, that's a television, I think.
No,
or a Coleco.
I'm pretty sure that's Atari. Look, watch. Yeah, that's definitely a Atari.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
broken.
What if it's a game that emulates
Oh my
all
God!
those
Look how
systems
amazing
games?
that game look, F-Cat. You are
Bro,
so right.
Bro, it's gonna be a game where you can emulate every game from those systems.
Whoa!
I'm telling you, I'm doubling down
What
on
am
this
I
right
watching?
now.
What was that? What was that? That was a
You're
dude
gonna play
walking
every-
through a building with a DeLorean and a bunch of old consoles and his TV broke.
Dude, F-Cap was like, dude, it looks pretty cool. I'm like,
bro,
what looks pretty cool? I didn't see that.
Is that a VR
Yeah,
game?
man.
What is that?
Maybe I have more hope than y'all.
Yeah, you definitely got.
I mean, it's from a new studio. I don't know if I'm gonna put, my money in.
I'm interested
Like,
because they showed...
especially it's not. Oh, especially since if
wait,
they're
it's a
supposed to
battle
pull
royale.
things from, if they're supposed to pull things from other games, like they would have to have some kind of like funding or big publisher by like a Sony or an Xbox. And the fact that none of them are talking about this game, I'm assuming this is not being backed by any of them.
Well, they didn't.
So like, I do not
show an Xbox though. They didn't show an Xbox, so
maybe day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like the thing is, like I'm not gonna get my hopes up for something that's probably not gonna be that great.
I mean, I don't think you should ever get your hopes up unless you see gameplay. So gameplay should be the little extra, like, oh, this looks cool. Now remember, everybody had their own particular style of gameplay they like. Imagine I see a game that looks cool and it comes out and don't have invert mode. Then is the game that cool? No, right? So you really got to get your hands on it. But it's okay as gamers to get excited for a trailer when it shows gameplay. So you see gameplay and you're like, oh, I'm a first person guy. Oh, look at the guns that are shooting. Oh, I'm a third person guy. Oh, you jumping around and spinning, and so I think that's when we should get excited, when we see gameplay.
I don't know if you guys have covered it yet, but because it's a new studio. Yeah, it's ex like DICE developers and stuff like that. The problem I have is like just like that other studio. How did I already forget the name of it? Like the one that was backed by Sony. Deviation. Deviation Games was ex Call of Duty devs in a new studio, and then Sony pulled the backing, and that studio just shut down. So like that's my thing, is I'm not going to get my hopes up for something that could potentially like fail and just disappear in a couple days.
Oh, I heard that
Maker brought it up.
Arrowhead just threw an orbital on Deviation Studio, and that's where it went.
So yeah, a game studio that never made a game. They shut it down. We never saw what they can make. Now, do you
nothing
think
lost, nothing gained?
You think they should seek to go after Microsoft, to sign with Microsoft now, since they own Activision Blizzard?
We didn't make anything. Do you want us? Like, you haven't proven yourself in the marketplace. I mean,
however,
go indie at this point.
Remember, however, though, Stadia Games Entertainment never made anything, but Sony did. They did want Haven Studios, but I guess she, had something to show. So that was the thing.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted their manpower.
Raven had a.
What'd you say, Maker?
Yeah.
They wanted what?
They wanted their manpower, basically. The people that.
The PC term is people power, Maker. People power.
People power. My bad.
I think they wanted their cloud expertise. It's probably what they wanted.
I mean, plus they potentially could have had prototypes that they could show off. But if no one's biting, and in this economy, I wouldn't see them like buying them up, because look at everybody's cutting right now. Why would you spend?
Yeah.
Yeah, so before we get back into PlayStation stuff, I got some cloud gaming news, guys. Asteroid finally gets Game Pass.
Microsoft Game Pass now supports Boosteroid, a third-party game streaming service. So is that saying that you can have a Game Pass account and play Game Pass games via Boosteroids and not pay for? Well, I guess you still got to pay for Boosteroid, right?
Yeah, you still got to pay for Boosteroid.
I mean, I guess it's cool, right? If you don't want to play games on xCloud, then you could play the games on Boosteroid, because the fidelity is better on Boosteroid than xCloud.
So they only gave them 8 games so far, and GeForce Now has like way more Game Pass games on there. So they finally got Helldivers 2 back on Boosteroid also.
Nice. Jenna Hayes said, Cowboy, a lot of the devs from Deviation Studios didn't lose jobs. They were put on other areas of Sony Studios. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, okay. But also in gaming news, I'm glad Rudick's here, our resident GeForce Now ambassador. Maybe he can speak on this, but GeForce Now will put ads into the free tier.
Yeah.
You know what'd be cool is, how the free tier say you gotta wait. So maybe if while they're trying to get your game, you have something to watch.
Perfect
while
time.
You're waiting.
Yeah. Perfect time to throw.
So I think they were running out of funds to keep the free tier going. So instead of pulling it, they decided to go ahead and run ads and be like, well, we have to make money off of y'all. while y'all wait and only play an hour. And
I think GeForce Now is more of a tech demo for their NVIDIA graphics cards than it is a gaming service. I think the money that they pour into there is negligible. I don't think it's. I think this it's made another spot that they could create revenue. And I think that's a big possibility. Let's throw commercials there. I mean, it is sure it allows them to do partnerships with other groups of people at the same time as well. If they put commercials on GeForce Now, so
they should do this for xCloud.
There's no free tier on xCloud. Oh, you mean add a?
There
free
should
tier,
be a free
but
tier
have
with ads. Yeah, while you're waiting, because you already have to wait on freaking xCloud.
I don't think it's as bad as people try to make it, right? Like, there was very few times, like I went.
Right now, you can get in like easy because nobody's playing xCloud right now.
Well, yeah,
because there's no big game.
It shouldn't be keep dragging it through the mud as if it's super hard to get on. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it probably won't pick up till Hellblade 2 comes out.
I just wanted to correct something Jenna Hayes posted. There wasn't anything posted about the Sony picking up the devs from Deviation Studios. I just looked at a couple articles and none of them referenced people being shifted over. So
well, there's the correction. Hey, I didn't say it, but hold up real quick before Rude Diggs leave. Rude Diggs, I wanted to show you this. So Silent Cypher, we was talking about working out, and I wrote him, asked him, could I show this? He didn't write me back yet, so I'm gonna take it that he doesn't mind. But bam,
the absence of no is a yes.
Exactly. But look at this, his workout setup at home.
Nice.
When he said, yeah, it's cool. Look, he got those dumbbells,
the adjustable weights.
Yeah, adjustable weights. So
yeah. So real quick, before Rude Diggs, I need you to touch on this. Pull me back, Cowboy.
If you're not gonna say nothing that has something to do with his gym, just hold on. All right.
That's a cool gym.
It looks like you can get a full body workout with all that. You got leg press, you got bench press, you can throw the back.
I like the background nuance.
Yeah, I really like the the Halloween stuff and Jason. But that's cool. Got a Freddy on there. So yeah, I just he sent it to me, so I just thought let's pull that up. But cool stuff, Silent Cypher. All right, go ahead, FCat.
So yeah, they also just announced the day passes are available. And they're 12 times more expensive than the monthly.
They're $8, right?
That's how business works. $8 for the ultimate, $3.99 for the priority. Listen, if you only got a day, this is the perfect option to get into cloud. If you have more than a day, then you buy the whole month. But
yeah, I think
that's how I see it.
Yeah, I think it's just to try the service, right? Just say like, oh man, I heard this thing is 6 times more powerful than the Xbox Series X, the most powerful console. Like, dude, it's $8. Let's try it. You got a couple of PC games? We could try it. Yeah, I do. Like, nowhere should you see $8 a day and be like, man, I'm gonna multiply 8 times 31. Look how much it is. It's like, dude, they got the same thing for a month for way less. So why would you even you know what I mean? Like, why would you even think to multiply it by the month? That's I don't know.
But I gotta head out to dinner. Thanks for having me on the panel. It's been a blast as always. Sorry I couldn't stay longer, but take care and see you on the next one.
Rude Diggs, you're epic. Thanks for not having me on your panel, and I hope you have a good dinner. And I'm gonna bulk up, just so you know. All right.
Well, you gotta bulk up because and now your mama knows. All right, see you guys.
All right, later, man. All right, FCat, what we got next?
Next up, I saw this article and I instantly thought of cloud gaming. With gaming's internet usage climbing, how do the internet providers keep up?
I think it's simple. All they do is just have unlimited. I said this in the chat. I got unlimited, and a lot of people in UK got unlimited. So that's what you do. You just make unlimited. You make, I pay $115 a month. I got unlimited. I got
but you're paying for unlimited, but your ISP provider, they can throttle it. Then if the FTC changes the
Right.
net neutrality rules, they can throttle it even more, and you're still
I mean, I guess they
paying the
could,
same
but I
thing.
don't know. I don't. I mean, I don't know. I don't notice my internet being throttled, um, but yeah. At the end of the
Net
day,
neutrality would typically help out with it and not hinder it.
yeah.
But yeah, ISPs can throttle the internet usage. And how do
Yeah.
internet providers keep up? They they charge people out the ass and I honestly scam some people.
Right.
I know ISPs in areas where like my parents live, they charge way more for things that aren't even considered high speed internet. It's awful. Like
Yeah.
and it's
Listen, and the way my internet provider beat me in the head, if I was to do a speed test right now, it's probably gonna be like 300, 400 something. However, I
But
paid for 12,
the
but I get
majority,
but I get it that okay, well you're not even using that much, so it's kind of like, well, I should stop paying for 12, but I guess in the off chance we have a
no,
bunch of
that's it.
people in the house,
That's
but
the thing. When you cloud game, it's taking up like
it's
the
using more.
within an hour of playtime, you can download an entire game.
Yeah, I mean, remember, I did cloud gaming for almost 3 years. I know, and I had the same
Like
internet.
that's how much usage it's doing. So that
Yeah,
whole
but
debacle we had back then, download versus cloud streaming. Remember that?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. Internet is really nothing tangible, right? So it's like they put a dollar amount on how much you use, but it's like unlimited resources almost, right? So it's like if you just have unlimited versus not have unlimited, and you using cloud versus not using cloud, it doesn't matter. You're just paying for unlimited. They don't, so. It's not like, oh, this
Playtime.
household is using now everybody in the household plays on cloud. We need to raise theirs because they're using too much unlimited. It's unlimited.
Dude, an hour of cloud playtime is equivalent to downloading Call of
But
Duty, the
it's
new Call of Duty.
unlimited. That's the
So
thing.
it's
It's
100 gigs.
unlimited. It's unlimited. So if you again,
100 gigs.
if
Yep,
you
that's an hour playtime on cloud.
Are you
you said
sure about
100
that?
gigs? No, I
That is a
remember
lot.
Stadia was like 20 gigs for the highest thing. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I could see like
Stadia.
20, 30 gigs. 100
Yeah.
gigs is a lot.
Yeah, it was $20.
Imagine
It was 20.
PS5 with all the bells and whistles, cloud streaming, and
No,
GeForce
I mean
now
you're
with all
you're
those bells
definitely
and whistles. You know
you're
what I'm saying?
reaching and you putting those numbers a lot higher than what they
I'm
are.
just saying. I'm just saying. But yeah,
I'll
everybody.
probably take a look.
Unfortunately, I got some bad news for y'all, and I don't
Okay.
know who thought he would, disappear from the industry, but our
Okay.
old good friend, Purple Haze's favorite
I knew what
person,
I know where you're going next.
Bobby Kotick, reportedly interested in buying TikTok.
I mean, TikTok is a money making machine. I mean, everybody and their mom is on TikTok. So if you could whoever gets TikTok, I mean, hey, you know.
I know this ain't technically gaming, but it is gaming because he's the former CEO of Activision Blizzard.
Well, and also TikTok lost you the ability for you to stream gaming, so maybe they could bring it back. And Gaming 5
That'd
is
be
in the
good.
building.
That'd be good. That'd be good news for Jersey.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he went on and on, running his mouth, and he run his mouth. I feel like he ruined it by running his mouth, and then like 2 weeks later, they was like, "Yeah, we're not doing gaming no more." After he was like, "The TikTok is the promised land. I'm streaming on TikTok. Forget YouTube. TikTok is so much better. Look how
So,
many views I'm getting. My discovery is so great on TikTok." And then 2 weeks later, they was like, "Nah."
so, so you think Bobby Kotick's using some of his golden parachute to buy TikTok?
I don't. Man, how much you think TikTok worth? Is there a number that we could look up?
It'd probably be the
Sure,
biggest purchase in
probably a lot of
history,
money. But to put context, okay,
like
ladies and
for tech
gentlemen,
at least.
unfortunately, the U.S. Congress and the President Joe Biden has made a bill, and Joe Biden is probably going to sign it and it's gonna ban TikTok from the United States
No,
unless
remember
they
they wanted to do
sell.
that. They tried to ban TikTok
Wait,
when
unless
did
they
try to
sell,
ban
unless they sell to a U.S. company.
do you remember they tried to ban TikTok when Trump was in office also? Guess what? TikTok ain't going
No,
nowhere.
this is a real. That was just talk from Trump. This is a real deal. They're gonna ban and take it off
Yeah,
the
it's
phone.
about just as serious. I mean, they
Yeah,
even like brought him up to interview with the congressman. I mean, like there's tons of clips of that I remember when that was going on. Like
yeah.
it was a pretty serious discussion about it. And I mean, it's going to be a serious discussion here, and I don't expect them to
Because of
ban
the
TikTok.
Chinese spyware thing.
Well, they were asking them about whether TikTok, gives them our data type deal. Yeah, but
But you know what's cool though?
I don't think.
So guys, I know what to do. Game and Fire said it. Now your mama knows could be on TikTok. Dude, I am going to purchase TikTok. And it's going to be owned by, it's going to be called And Now Your Mama Knows. Think about it. It's all people doing is, watching videos. I think I'm going to do it. But Jenna said TikTok is being banned by the U.S. government. I mean, but is it though? Because if I could go on TikTok right now, then I think that's a false statement. Just saying.
The bill hasn't passed yet. Once it passes, it's gonna go to Joe Biden. Joe Biden said he's gonna sign it.
Until that day, if every day I could go on TikTok, I don't want to hear nothing.
I mean, I know this got kind of a little political here, bro. But
Let's
bring it back to gaming. Let's bring back to gaming. Our favorite game, Destiny 2, will have a crossover with Ghostbusters.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
This is real.
I don't know how I feel about that, right? Isn't that a weird crossover? Right?
That's a very weird crossover.
You know what would be cool is if it found a way to make you feel a little more human. Because in Destiny, I just feel like, okay, the world isn't the world it used to be. We're above the planet, flying around. But if somehow this could make you almost feel like they bring it back to like, oh wow, when people were really peaceful.
So, Overwatch 2 did the collab with Cowboy Bebop recently. And I've been seeing all these collabs, and to me, the only acceptable collaboration I would want to see right now, that would be Fire and Gangster as Hell. And nobody can tell me otherwise. I want to see this collaboration. Speak on it, Cowboy.
Well, I will say this. I am a big fan of that, of Forspoken, but no one would care.
No one would care.
No one would care. They'd be like, did you hear that?
Two bad games, main people just collaborate. And they both have magic powers, and like, this would be freaking crazy.
Well, what would you have, like first person parkour then with magic?
Exactly.
No. So here's the thing. Would you throw her in their world and it'd be first person parkour and magic? Or would you do what I always said? Have this game
can go either way. They would have you can go through the portals of Forspoken and go between worlds, kind of like
that would
Ratchet and Clank Rift for the park.
That would actually be kind of cool. So imagine
we should make that game. Let's make that game.
You could just pull up a portal and jump through, and now it's first person, or you could jump back through and then be third person. That would imagine
that would be crazy.
You could switch between characters. So you could simultaneously you'll just be playing, right? With, let's say, Frey, right? And you'd be like, oh, and then you just switch to dude, and it just, when you switch to him, it'd be first person. You switch to her, because it'd be like Titanfall 2, and that stage, spoiler alert if you didn't play it by now, where you hit the button and you go into the future, and you hit the button and you come back. It'd be something like that.
FCAT, did you know that Immortals of Avium is on sale right now for $9 on
Xbox? $8. The $8 thing is back on Game Pass. You have to have Game Pass, which means it's probably coming to Game Pass probably soon.
Yeah.
So
EA Play probably.
Yeah, they have been selling at very, very low prices lately.
Yeah. Oh, it's because it flopped.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it flopped because nobody understood it.
It flopped because it wasn't third person. I'm just saying.
People just didn't have an interest in it.
Yeah, people really didn't like the trailers. Like when you
Like
watch
they just saw it and they were like, "Oh, this is boring." Were you bored
no,
playing
just
it,
think about it.
Cowboy?
I'm gonna explain it to you. This is what happened, right? The trailer came on, and I was like, "Oh, look at this game." You see the graphics of the people talking and stuff. Like, oh man, they look like real people. Like they actually casted different people, motion capture, and I was like, okay, explosions, and they got the story sounding kind of cool. And oh, we got to stop the bad guy. And then you look, and then all of a sudden, dude's just running around. Like, I was like, what the is this? And then it's like, no, that can't just be the gameplay. And it's like, and I was like, oh yeah, nah. So I just think that's what happened. It bad. It just should have been third.
Nah, this would be the greatest crossover game ever. I'm sorry. The possibilities.
And it would probably die.
It will probably die. Yeah, and you know I'm a big fan, but I don't think no one would really care. Unfortunately, what happened to Forspoken is it should have never came out in the beginning of the year. It had so much pressure on it, and the console wars just killed it. Like it was, you had Hi-Fi Rush come out in the beginning of the year for Xbox, and then you had this, and this had big shoes to fill. Not to mention the demo sucked, and so it already had people thinking like, "Oh, I don't like this game." So, but it is what it is.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
I'm gonna try to max out my character one day.
So PlayStation news: Sony developing super fungible tokens for gaming.
Okay. Explain this.
So it's not non-fungible. So it's not NFTs. This is something else. This can actually be used on multiple games and can be transferable.
I thought that is NFTs. Right? Isn't that the whole purpose of NFT?
NFTs a scam.
It says it's a scam. Exo Primal is doing season 4 crossover with Mega Man. Oh, that's kind of cool.
You play this game, Maker? I've just bought this.
Which one? Nightingale?
Nightingale.
No, I haven't.
Craft. With first-person shooting.
So I'm getting McDonald's tonight. Just wanted to let you guys know that. My wife is texting me like, so do you want to do McDonald's? I'm like, all right, cool. She's like, who's paying? You and me. I'm like, I got it. All right.
Earlier mentioned this.
Okay.
That the Ghost of Tsushima PC port's coming in. People are mad about it.
What, ponies?
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I mean, yeah.
How dare they kind of stuff.
I mean, think about it, right? If I think the console war should be looked differently. I think Yukubini said something that was kind of cool, right? And I put it on the little video I made for him. He was like, I don't care if people get that game. It's going to be what, like 2 years old? I already played it and they're going to pay full price. So I think it should be looking like that. You should feel, if you were a console war guy, you shouldn't not want somebody else to have it. You should just feel like you're an elite. Like, oh, that old game, I played that game. Like when I always say about Baldur's Gate 3. Well, I played it on Stadia like 3 years ago. So I think that should probably be more console mentality war versus no, don't let anybody have it, because this money they make could fund and make you have more games on the platform that you love. So it's kind of like stupid to not want the company you love to make more money,
So already there's a rumor of the next PC port, Cowboy, and that is Infamous Second Son.
Yeah, I would have thought that would have been on there already. So
I think they were more focused on the newer games because they probably were,
right.
People were more interested in the newer games than the old.
Now,
they say Nexus is doing a great job of porting. So I mean, if they continue doing good jobs, I mean.
Yeah, and this game was a good game, but it's so older. Like, do you, Maker? You might know more of this than me, or have a better guess than me and FCAT. Do you think Infamous Second Son will do really good? Coming to PC, like, will it sell a lot, or like, what's your thoughts?
No, not really. I mean, I would assume it'd probably do similar to like maybe I mean, potentially it could do well because I think Days Gone had a pretty solid PC release, but I think it'll be more of like middling numbers for Sony, like less than God of War.
Right.
You know, it probably like between like Returnal and God of War numbers, I would assume.
Gotcha. I don't know. I feel like this game is such an afterthought now, but it was a good game. But I bet if you played it now, it would feel a little dated.
But you know what old game is now the #1 pre-ordered on PlayStation Store?
Uh-oh.
An Xbox game, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay.
Sea of Thieves is #1 on the chart.
MLB is one of the top ones for Xbox
Talk
right
about
now.
it.
I mean, listen, it's a fun game, right? It's like a game you play with friends. So if one person buy it, they're probably gonna have friends that's gonna buy it. You know, it's a well-known game. People know of it, right? So people know that it has a certain type of experience in gaming when you play with friends, right? It's a cool co-op game. So, you know.
This to me is a starter pistol for Xbox to put other multiplayer live service games, including Halo, possibly.
Well, listen, money talks, and at the end of the day, if you see success in something, why not, right? So I get the only thing that the only thing that would probably hold Xbox back from putting certain games on is like them trying to appease some of their player base, right? So because if it wasn't for brand recognition, if they just wanted to go a full Sega, then anything would be up for grabs. But they have to at least appease their audience to still have some type of brand. So, you know.
So also speaking of Xbox games go on a PlayStation, Cliffy B says he doesn't mind Gears of War going on PlayStation.
I think that would do really good.
I think
Gears
it'd do
of
well.
War like help push push the Xbox, man.
Probably because he still gets paid for it.
Oh, what'd you say, Maker?
It's a classic franchise.
Yeah. Yep. Same thing if God of War went to Xbox.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely one of the faces next to Master Chief, Gears of War. So like if they ported over like Gears of War and Halo, like that's it. And Starfield, like forget about it. Like Xbox is done.
Well, I think what they would do is sprinkle it. Why would Xbox be done? They would literally make all that
You
money.
just got rid of the 3 faces of your brand.
No, but you would just be making all that money, and then you still got all these games now that's under their umbrella that you would make money on, right? Like you wouldn't be like, all right, let me walk it through real quick. Let me walk it through. So imagine they do Halo, Gears, Starfield, right? And you'd be like, they're done. And then they come out with another Call of Duty. Would you be like,
there's
oh,
no more
buying Call of
mascot.
Duty because they're done?
Yeah, Call of Duty is going to be Xbox's mascot. that's going to be the face of the company.
They're in the money making business right now, right? They're like when you think they're done, it's like what they're done. What with console wars? Because money wise, man,
like
the people in Sony is going to
the
buy
next Xbox console is going to have Call of Duty on the box.
It might. Why not?
Probably. I mean, it's their biggest franchise now, basically. You know, I think to me, I don't really care if it comes to the other platforms. Like to me, if Xbox just wants to keep and get users, I think at least making them exclusive for a time period, you know, before it goes to other consoles. There are people that might enjoy those games on, like, let's say, PlayStation or the Switch, and then they're like, oh, the new Halo is coming out. Oh, but it's not coming out day one on PlayStation or Switch. Well, I guess I got to get an Xbox to play it.
Right. I agree.
So,
I mean, time to
apparently,
sell
somebody's saying that Hellblade 2 is coming to PS5.
Man, what's up with you and all these crazy rumors, man? This is just silly stuff now.
Well, this one was made by Risket the Biscuit.
Yeah, but the
Apparently,
game,
he knows sources
the
that
game doesn't
told
even come
him
out yet.
Hellblade 2
All right,
is
so
coming to
are you saying
PS5.
are you saying Hellblade 2 will come out day and date to PS5? What are we talking about here?
I don't
Eventually,
know.
day and date, 3 years from now? Like, what are we talking about here?
I could see it eventually, but at the same time, I believe on the same, like, under the comments of like a clip of this, I believe Jez Corden from Windows Central said that currently at this time they're not working on a PlayStation port for Hellblade. So I would trust that over someone.
I
You
got you.
know, so I don't know. You know, if it's coming, it's definitely going to be at least like a year out.
Oh,
I could
the
see.
rumors keep coming, Cowboy.
Oh,
It's the whole
before you go to that
slate.
one, hold on, wait,
It's
before
the
you go to
whole
that one.
slate, Cowboy.
No, before
Former
you go to that
Xbox
one.
boss won't rule out Halo coming to PlayStation.
So what they said,
He's a former guy that
right.
like,
So
he was like I saw this in the interview that they had said that they had contemplated bringing Halo to other platforms, and I'm sure that they've had talks about this a
yeah,
lot of times. You know, like, because I mean it's execs, they're gonna think, how do we make more money, right?
right.
And they'll take everything into account. That includes Halo.
Oh yeah. And Jenna said Cowboy Microsoft is putting games on other platforms because they need to
What
make
are you talking
$80 billion
about?
back they spent. No, I definitely get that, Jenna. Yeah, why not make that money back? But I think they have so much money. Honestly, they're gonna make a lot of that money back with all these other games they got
So
planned.
this is the thing, Maker. This guy says ever since 2017 on the 360 days, they've been talking about Halo,
2007.
putting Halo. Yeah, 2007 they talk about Halo going to PlayStation.
Yeah, but all right. So
Yeah,
listen
but
to
he
yourself.
doesn't work with the company anymore.
Yeah,
They've discussed this, like, apparently multiple times throughout the life cycle.
yeah, and listen to yourself, FCAT.
But
That
listen,
in
the way they
2007.
made Sea of Thieves port, they did it in secret. Like nobody could go in that room. Like the windows were tinted or frosted or something.
So people are
You
just
couldn't
suddenly going to
see.
know about all these things.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden,
Like,
the black hole opened up that's been concealing all this stuff forever.
Event Horizon.
Yeah, Event Horizon. Listen, that's a great movie, but that's another story.
It's I until they announce it, I'm not gonna be, and I'm not even gonna worry about it anyways. As I said before, as long as it comes to Xbox first, right? Like, it's still gonna sell Xboxes, and that's the main thing Microsoft
Or
wants.
it's still gonna sell Game Pass.
Yeah, or it's gonna sell Game
Well,
Pass, right?
good news, guys. Starfield PS5 port is not currently in development.
I agree with Jason. He said, and if it does, so what? LOL. Just wait for the actual announcement because it's ridiculous rumors.
There are
But what
rumors that Game Pass wouldn't get day and date titles anymore, and that turned out to be false.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I feel like if we entertain every single rumor, it's bringing
I agree.
notice to things
Now,
that we really
I
shouldn't
don't
care
mind.
about.
So I love when I love when sorry, I love when FCAT brings it up. I don't mind us bringing it up, but when we spend too much time on it, then it becomes silly. So I love how we brought it up.
Yeah.
We talked about it. We went around the room and then we moved on. I don't think there's nothing wrong with discussing a rumor, right? Because look at
I mean, it's fine discussing rumors, or
Yeah.
leaks and stuff like that. But I do think that people take too much attention on it and draw too much to it and get too much out of it. You know.
I agree. But look at the dreaded Stadia rumor.
I think a lot of people saw that coming a mile away. I did.
No one believed that rumor. Well, I guess nobody.
I was the one that made a bet that Stadia wouldn't expand in the year, and against Purple, and I won.
You won.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, no one could take that away from you.
But the thing is, we don't know. We're not in the boardroom. We don't know this information, and if we do, we're all just guessing for the most part, unless you're like
Rudick said, if you entertain every rumor, you become an FCAT. And what's up, Darth Kermit? He said, are we doing this again? Are we doing this for every Xbox game? I think so. I don't know. I think hold on. I think FCAT made these up. Starfield Starfield PS5 port not currently in development. FCAT, you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's move on to
hold on. So if they say Starfield is not in development for PS5, you want to fly by real quick, huh?
Wait, my bad.
Just saying. It says they're not currently in development. So shows that Starfield, from the rumors or from this report, that they don't have any plans for it coming to PlayStation 5. It's not spicy.
Yeah, but we're not worried about Starfield because
I got you.
There's a new game of the generation. There's a new Destiny killer in town. Let's talk about it.
Oh, man. Let's see. Okay. So former PlayStation boss calls exclusivity the industry's Achilles heel. Helldivers 2 has shown that. All right. So what are they pretty much saying? Because Helldivers doing pretty good.
He's basically saying it's good.
But imagine if Helldivers was on the Switch. Imagine if Helldivers was on. Oh man, Dodgeman has become a member. And Dodgeman, I know you was already a member, but yeah, man, I definitely appreciate it. And don't worry, Dodgeman, because I'm almost caught up on all my thank you videos. Y'all haven't gave me any credit. I locked myself away in my wife's mom's house 2 weekends ago or 3 weekends ago, and I cranked out video after video after video after video, and I was putting them out all last week, and I don't think y'all gave me any credit, but I'm almost caught up. I gotta do Lions, which I already recorded like a month ago, so I gotta actually make it. I gotta do yours, Dodge Man. For some reason, Rune has been a member, and I don't know why I never did his, but I'm almost caught up. So I want to say thank you again, Dodge Man, for re-upping as a member. And don't worry, your video is coming. And let me see. Just play Starfield, Xbox, LOL. You'll be okay. Yeah, hey, listen, I did play it on Starfield on Xbox. So whenever it finally comes to PlayStation, if it does, I'm like, man, it's just like what is it? Hi-Fi Rush. People are like, oh, Hi-Fi Rush. I'm like, man, I played and beat that game a year ago. You know?
Yeah. Speaking on this
5, you would play it for real, and would like it, and get lost in the game. Oh, I mean, some people will. I already played it, so I've been hearing about one person who says you forgot about them. Man, I think let me see. It's not in development because it's already done. Wow, 7 months. Hey man, I listen. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, you know, Dodge Man. It's funny because I was like, when did Dodge Man become a member? I actually thought about that not that long ago, and then I looked into it and I was like, oh, he's a member for like 6 months. But anyway, let's get off of me and my slow take in making these videos. But once I'm caught up, and then also just so you guys know, YouTube has a new thing. That they came out with a month ago. They sent me an email. It might not be for my channel because my channel is a brand channel, but it will be coming. But I will be able to give away 10 memberships a month. So YouTuber is allowing channels to give away 10 free memberships a month. So that's kind of cool. And on top of that, I've been killing when it comes to the content I've been putting for the channel members. So my new strategy is just I usually wait a while to make a video. Now when I record a video, I just make it and I put it out because I don't like to put out a bunch of videos at one time. So now, lately I've just been putting them all for the channel members, and then I release them little by little. So if you're a channel member, you've seen that you've been able to watch a bunch of videos ahead of time. But all right.
But yeah, let's continue the Helldivers 2 talk.
Okay.
So Helldivers 2 dev admits having your favorite toy nerfed absolutely sucks, but calls on players to give changes a chance.
So what got nerfed actually?
The railgun.
What was it?
The shield gen Railgun, Breaker.
Okay.
There's definitely a few that got nerfed. They also buffed the AI and spawning of enemies, and made it, I would say, significantly more difficult.
Okay. I will say this. I played it last Thursday. I did a poll, and I did a poll between Helldivers, RoboCop, WWE, 2K2024, and Tekken 8. Helldivers had 46%. RoboCop had 35%. 15% was Tekken, and I think only 4% was for WWE.
Rudick says he
Yeah,
wants
I had
to
a
jump
ball
in here
playing
and
it,
say
man. It is a
something
fun
on this.
game. Just for some reason, I'm not drawn to play it. It kind of got to be. I'm like, all right, there's nothing else I want to play. Oh, let me play Helldivers, and I have a ball. But for some reason, I can't put my finger on it. Just nothing makes me want to play Helldivers. Like, I don't get excited to go back to Helldivers, but when I play it, I love it, and I don't. And maybe it's just not doesn't have that. It doesn't have any melee mechanics besides a little and I'm more drawn into hand to hand, you know. So I can't put my finger on it, but I think it's a great game. I love where it's going. I love what the developers are doing. Like, I was playing it, they had earthquakes. When I played it, they had the meteor showers. We was getting killed by meteor showers. I mean, it's a ton of fun. You're laughing, you're cracking up, you're joking, and but again, for some reason, nothing makes me say I want to play Helldivers. I don't know why, but anyway.
It's a system seller, Cowboy.
What, Helldivers?
Yeah.
I did want to somewhat bring up that previous article that was briefly mentioned about like exclusivity being the bane. I think it was talking about the releasing on PC simultaneously and how it benefited Helldivers. I think it's important to release it on multiple platforms because, to me, or I think this is the way Sony's going to be going. Is more and more titles are going to be releasing day and date on PC, because the more people you have playing your game, the more people are going to be talking about your game, which equates to more sales. I know people who got Helldivers just because they heard their friends talking about it, right? I have one of my friends that's like, oh, I want to get it, but I only have an Xbox, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's been like that forever, though, right? Look at Sea of Thieves, right? People have been talking about Sea of Thieves for how many years, but you could only play it on one platform. So
well, you could play it on PC as well. So my thing is, look at PlayStation before. PlayStation used to not release any of their games on PC, and now they're releasing more games on PC, and now they're releasing them day and date.
Well, I think we're and Rudy just came in because he wanted to jump in and tag him in. I think we're getting there, but it's no rush. Like, I don't like when it's like you have to put your game everywhere or you're gonna die. It's like, dude, we'll get there. Like, gaming
but these companies see more money in these other places, and they want to be a part of it. And I think that's why you're seeing more.
Yeah, I mean,
I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo starts releasing games on PC eventually.
Yeah,
that would surprise me.
It would surprise a little bit of surprise, but I could see it in the eventuality. If they want to make more money, how else are you going to make more money, right?
The Nintendo app. Subscribe for $20 a month and get access to our library.
There's obviously a want for it because of all the Switch emulators on PC.
Well, I'll say this: the day cloud gaming gets actually really good, then you're gonna see. I think that door will be open because it'll be less work for them to, make
everything will be on an app or on a browser. Yeah. You just load it up and play it. That is the eventuality.
Yeah. But Rudigs, you want to come in here? Go ahead, brother. And how was dinner, first of all?
Dinner was good. Full meal, hit all the bases, nice and full. Wife had to take off for a call, so I wanted to hop back in here and talk about Helldivers. I mean, this game has been absolutely a blast to get into. They definitely have brought down a lot of weapon types. The railgun, for instance, no longer one shots a lot of things. You need to do multiple shots, which this is what he was talking about, taking away the fun. And that was where a lot of players were having fun. The shield generator, it now takes twice as long to boot back up. But I mean, in my opinion, this is what it's done to me. It's kept me away from picking the exact same thing over and over again. And now I'm picking new stuff every single time I go in. And it's a lot of fun. But I will say the AI changes for the enemy types are just ridiculous. Like, they need to calm down.
It's insane.
I mean, the
Yeah,
ad spawning is too much.
I can hardly run like a level 4 mission and barely get out. And I used to run level 5 missions by myself, right? Like it's crazy.
Maybe that means you guys are just playing on a too hard of a difficulty. You need to lower it down.
Well, I've already unlocked almost everything. I feel like I should at this point like be able to take on harder stuff. And with them buffing it, it makes it near impossible for me to even like try to go higher. And I think that's one thing that kind of sucks. And I somewhat disagree with like it make you pick more things. I changed up my load up barely. Like I swapped my shield generator for the laser backpack, and that's like the only real change that I've changed with these updates.
Well, that laser backpack sucks. So that's your first mistake.
Wait, you're talking about the
Watchdog.
The guard dog that essentially bites its owner.
I like the guard dog, man.
I've seen so many people just be killed by their own guard dog.
It's so helpful. It's so helpful for me to clearing off the small enemies, especially with the increase in ads. It helps with that.
So I can't get it yet, but whenever I play, like I was playing and a lion kept, like we played last Thursday, a lion kept dropping one for me. Like he personally was like, "Oh, you like it? Let me give it to you." And for me, on my little level, it was cool. Like for one thing, it's cool is when it's chaotic, it lets you know if an enemy could be behind you because it just starts shooting in a direction. I'm like, "Oh, snap." So I turned and looked real quick, like, "Oh, okay." I didn't realize it was to my left or to my right. So I think that's kind of cool. But yeah, I guess if you guys are on a higher level and they got because there's some other thing that shoots automatically that somebody had, I don't know what it's called, but it's like the backpack, but it shoots like a blast or something automatically.
Well, the guard dog doesn't discriminate. It just turns and shoot regardless of what's in the way. So that's where that's where the trouble comes from.
Oh yeah, but it's like a laser, right? I never can the lasers kill people? I don't even
And
think
the issue, they brought in mechs into the game, and they're having such an issue with so many people calling in mechs that they were bugging, glitching out. A lot of people had their mechs just randomly explode on them. But the popularity of this game is definitely crazy on fire a month after release.
Mechs is really in the game? I thought it was just like
No, they're in the game now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we called them in today.
Oh, cool. So what level you got to be on the calling the mech?
I mean,
they're giving it to the community, so anyone can call them in now. Next week it may change, but it's 25 and it costs.
How do you select it though? Like, how do you
it's already there. Like,
no.
It's in your call-ins. It's like whenever you go to call it.
Just be there?
Yeah, you get one per match. If you get the actual unlock, though, you can get 2 more uses, basically.
Okay, got
to call in 2 more times.
And what level you gotta be to unlock it?
20 or 25.
And then if you get the free one, you have to share it. So is it one per everybody or is it one per person?
It's one per person.
Okay,
and so every Helldiver has their own mech they can call in.
That's cool.
I think the mechs are horrible because like you're only supposed to call on them like certain times. And they have limited.
I think when you throw orbitals at me, that's horrible.
Okay, now I kind of want to check it out.
But you're in luck, Rudix, because apparently they're talking about the devs are talking about how can we add in a kick option to Helldivers too.
Well, you can kick players.
Everybody want to kick after
you can punch them.
So this is for the people running meta. This is for people running the meta.
Oh, people kicking players just for playing.
Oh.
just messing around with my camera.
This is the trend the streamers started.
Okay, I like it. So kick from Helldivers too. So wait,
Yeah,
so
I mean, this is where you just make friends, get into communities,
yep,
and
that's it.
team up with like-minded people. Go into
That's
the
it.
Helldivers LFG. Find people who are just looking for chill runs. Join up
Yep.
with them. These are all solutions to get around
I
this.
agree. And I'm telling you, any game that's out there, go on Facebook and search a community. They're there. I'm telling you, I proved it time. Like I literally created my. I knew that was going to happen to Avengers. So when it came out, guess before it came out, I created my own community. Like, and think about it. I met Rudigs way before the whole Stadia community kind of got together. That was crazy. But
That's true.
But
I
yeah,
was in
so
Stadia Avengers.
yeah. And and so we didn't realize, like, he had to remind me, like, dude, I was in the State of Avengers, like, oh snap. And that was like so later on, when we reconnected.
Shout out to Kachil.
Yeah, shout out Kachil, man. So yeah, at the end of the day, I feel like Rudigs is so true. Like, just go find people. We play a match with somebody, never be afraid to be like, oh man, that was a cool match. Like, you guys ever want to link up again? Here's my PSN, or oh, I'm gonna send you a friend request right now. Like, that's all you got to do. I'm sending you a friend request before the match ends, and there you go.
Yeah, here's my social security number.
Yep. Wait, you guys got social security numbers in Canada?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
So let's get into some Xbox stuff, guys.
Hold up, but Jenna said at Rudigs, it's a shame that Microsoft's first major release this year is in May 2024. Hellblade 2 needs to hit. Well, what's crazy? They already kind of let you know that Hellblades is gonna be, a cheaper title. It looks great though. Graphically, they're going all out, but they let you know it's gonna be a shorter game. So I think what's cool is they're tempering your expectations. So I know people are going to be like, oh, the game's only so short. And it's like, I mean, you knew that for how long? So maybe it's good they said that. And you didn't get caught off guard when you beat the game and thought you was at the middle of it.
Yeah. But Xbox, speaking on Xbox, so when I bought the Immortals of Avium for $8, I had Series S. And that game on that system is pretty much like wearing beer goggles.
Okay.
That's what it looks like.
Well, hold on.
Because they had to downscale it so hard.
Well, let me pause this real quick. Because I want to catch this before I know Obi's in and out. His question was, can we real quick, guys, since we got Rudigs here too. He said, can I ask you your thoughts about Stellar Blade? Can we real quick give our
Day
thoughts?
one for me. This is Sony already came out with Splatoon with Foam Stars. This is their Bayonetta, but high quality graphics. In my opinion, that's what it looks like to be. I'm excited for it. It does have this Japanese culture overture to the game, which I may not be able to relate to 100%, but I still think it's going to be a thrilling experience.
I didn't get to play the demo when it popped
Neither
up.
did I, because Maker didn't tell me quick enough.
I posted it right as it came up.
Then
you
people
Rudigs,
who removed
download this now.
I didn't know it was gonna drop.
I know, damn.
Yeah, apparently they're still working on the demo. It should be coming soon though.
My thoughts of the game is it reminds me of Devil May Cry. I played and beat all the Devil May Cries.
Did he freeze?
Yeah, he froze.
Well, I'm gonna wait for reviews. That's just because I don't know
want
the
the demo. I want to hit the demo first, and
I guess I could play the demo and check it out.
Right. Apparently, the demo got pulled because they showed her butt naked.
I thought. To drop the demo. Accidentally got dropped.
I said apparently the demo got pulled because they showed her butt naked sometimes.
Oh,
No. The fact that there was no blog post, there's no post announcing this demo, and it randomly dropped. I believe it was an accident, and
Yeah, I think
they
it was an
pulled.
accident too. Yeah. But no, what I was saying is, this game is up my alley. Is more my hack and slash is my bread and butter. Like I played and beat all the Devil May Cries, God of Wars. Like so, as long as it's not like a rogue game and it's more just a hack and slash, I definitely am looking forward to playing it. I don't. It hasn't shown me enough that make me get excited for it yet. It just looked like a flashy game that's cool. I don't know, for some reason I'm not drawn to it yet, but I just know I will play it. Yeah, that's my thoughts on the OB. I think it's you're gonna look at this more. Let me know if you guys think if it's wrong or not. But this isn't a rogue, right? This is more a hack and slash like Devil May Cry.
Is more hack and slash. I would probably. It looks more akin to Bayonetta. I've heard that the bosses are more like Souls like,
Okay.
but with like Bayonetta kind of combat. I've heard it's also challenging. So
I mean, and Bayonetta combat is just a knockoff of Devil May Cry. So let's kind of.
But since it's
I
coming on
mean,
PlayStation, do you
bit more
think they'll have
stylized.
those accessibility functions where you can just lower the difficulty, or do you think they'll lock it at, a singular difficulty?
I think this will have difficulties. Yeah, this looks like the type of game that you'll be able to do easy, normal, hard.
I just
I
want
could
to play
see
the
that.
demo.
I don't know if there was actually like you were able to change it on the demo. I would probably go based off of that. If there's no like options to change the difficulty in the demo, then I would say there's probably not an option to change it when it comes out. And it's a wait for review for me, or until I get my hands on it, because I'm still iffy on it since it is a new studio, and I wanna be able to tell if I'm going to like it or not.
Yeah, I agree, man. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. I wish I was a way for me to play it and not feel the burden of paying for it, and be able to see if I would like it or not. If there was only
Right,
a way.
Yeah. PS Plus, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Is there a Stellar Blade physical?
Probably. I don't know. I don't know how you'll like it, Cowboy, because I mean, to me, it looks like it's very like Asian inspired. So it probably has a lot of Asian culture within it.
Dude,
I'm
who
not
said
sure.
I don't like that? I mean, I don't watch anime anymore, but to me, it's just a character, when you say Asian culture, I look at this and I'm like, dude, it got creatures. I'm real linear, right? In thinking, right? It's going to be a character, and the character's going to fight enemies and fight a boss. Like, other than that, what's the Asian culture added to it that would make me not like it? You know what I mean?
I mean, to me, I get very near vibes, and
Yeah,
near
only
is like
reason I
a
didn't like Nier because it was a rogue. But if Nier was just a regular,
near's not roguelike.
is it
It's
not?
more no. It's
You
more
you
kind of like
you.
open world beat 'em up. Like this seems to be.
I don't know about that.
Near Automata is definitely not a rogue, and there's difficulty modes on Near as well. Like you can put it on easy or.
Yeah, maybe I need to go back and check Nier out. I don't know.
Hey, I don't think it's a long game. I don't know. I don't know why you like it.
This looks cool though. It looks cool, but it's not. I don't know. It's not like nothing I see. I'm like, oh my god, but it looks cool. It looks cool. Now, we was talking about the other day. FCAT swerved everybody. Are we having a problem because it's showing too many females in this game? Like, is that a problem?
I played Near. I played Bayonetta. Bring it on.
Nah.
But yeah, Obi. I mean, that's that. I think that's we did a good job at kind of telling you our thoughts on the game.
So pulling back, boy, let me finish up.
Bam. All right, there we go.
Alright, so like I was saying, Immortals of Avium looks like beer goggles on Series S. Well, the Series S strikes again, ladies and gentlemen. An old game remastered. Brothers Tale of Two Sons remake drops as low as 454p on the Series S.
That's high definition back in the 360 days, so I don't know what you're complaining about.
No, Stellar Blade is not a fighting game, Chariot Man.
So this is gonna look just as bad as Immortals of Avium did.
And listen, whoever didn't get a chance to play it back when, it was an interesting game because you control both guys with one controller.
Yeah. The former Xbox boss that we mentioned earlier also said Microsoft will be debating right now whether Xbox consoles have a future.
Hold on, real quick. Rune said it's definitely a Souls-like game. I played the demo. Which game are you talking about? Are you talking about
He's talking about Stellar Blade.
Or is he talking about Nier Automata? Stellar Blade is Souls inspired. It will require strategy. Well, I mean, a lot of games already had strategy. Look at Ninja Gaiden way back in the day. Focus on parry, bonfire, backstab is definitely a Souls, but more like Sekiro, and there's perfect dodge and guns like Bayonetta.
Stop talking dirty to me, Rune.
I just thought of you instantly. Nier's isn't roguelike. I gotta look up Nier. Maybe I'm thinking about a different game. All right, sorry. Go ahead, FCAT.
No, the former boss is saying that he doesn't know if Xbox will continue consoles, because they were talking about it even back in 360 days of ending consoles altogether.
We'll see.
And I mean, Sarabon did say, they're going to announce something during the holidays. I believe that might be the handheld device.
The most powerful console generation leap that they're talking about is going to be no console. It's just going to be an app, and they're going to be like, "We're giving you that's your next console."
USB stick.
I know what I know what it's going to be. It's going to be a hybrid console that utilizes a mixture of cloud plus native.
It's going to have GeForce Now native on it.
It's going to have AI upscaling, so it's able to run things even and cost less money.
I think it's gonna be a USB stick.
I'm eating this for you, Rue.
Is that McDonald's fries? Did you get the Rumbleverse package? I heard they got a Happy Meal combo.
Oh, sweet! I didn't get it.
McDonald's fries. I got a quarter pounder.
But guys, we have to talk about the last but not least. Yes, there was an Xbox showcase that happened, and they showed some games.
So I totally missed this.
I heard all those games are coming to PlayStation.
Yeah, it was a partner. It was a partner thing. So these wasn't Xbox games.
The one that caught my attention was that Unknown 9 Awakening game.
Okay.
So they showed Final Fantasy 14 online. I don't know what this game is.
Path of the Goddess, bro.
Yeah, it's a Capcom game.
This
it
was
looks like you're on
the
mushroom.
tower defense game where you can take control of like a commander. That's the kind of vibe that I was getting.
I was getting Brutal Legend vibes, where you're like, it's just a strategy game, but you can also fight amongst the guys as well.
Yeah, I remember when they showed this a while back.
Yeah. Let's see. Sinking City.
The Sinking City.
Sinking City.
This one's just CGI. So, I would probably.
This is the issue. If you build one city and it sinks, don't build another city the same way, or it's going to sink too. So, I mean, this is their fault.
I mean, it's supposed to be about a Lovecraftian city on the ocean, based off of those works. So.
Yeah. Also, Persona 3 Reloaded expansion pass.
You brought up Persona 3 and Holtz just appeared. You brought up Xbox and Cubini appeared.
The original Stalker trilogy drops on both.
What is this, Helldivers? Oh no, it's Stalker.
No, Stalker. So these were PC only games. These are old school PC only games.
Here's what I want to see based on Stalker coming to Xbox. My prediction: Counter-Strike 2 will come to PlayStation with controller support.
That's funny.
Counter-Strike was on
Xbox
360.
360, yeah.
Yeah. So was Team Fortress.
I just see PlayStation being nice with Steam, like Steam can be nice with their games. Maybe we'll see that.
If anything, Xbox has been more nice with Steam than PlayStation has been.
I think old games like this are gonna look horrible on.
But doesn't Xbox have their own competing PC gaming platform that's like a competing storefront to Steam?
PlayStation's also working on their own storefront for PC as well.
Oh, well, we'll see when it happens, I guess.
So you can buy all three of these for $40 in a bundle. Kind of get you ready for the second one coming out in September.
I never played the Stalker series, but I think some people. I think Maker, you said you were excited for Stalker, right?
No, I said it was good because those who haven't played the games, because I've got it on PC. Those who haven't played the games who are excited for Stalker 2 can now play the old games and check them out.
It's kind of like those what's them other games with the werewolves and stuff that came out for Stadia?
Oh, Metro.
Yeah, it reminds me of Metro games.
Yeah, they're both like Russian apocalyptic games.
Yeah, Chernobyl stuff. They showed this game, and I think it looks like another Power.
This is Pied Piper meets the animals, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a non-violent game.
Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass. I might check it out.
Yeah, this one's coming to Game Pass.
But if it has no violence, why check it out?
Because I mean, it might be like a nice little game to like chill at.
It's cozy.
I mean, you never know. Like, it could be like Power, where you enslave these, animals and stuff.
Yeah, and they give them guns and
that one game that was on Stadia, Lake
Factory.
Right, Lake.
Come on, you know you love delivering mail in Portland. That was the best game Stadia had.
Lake? I liked Lake. Lake was all right.
No,
I
thought you loved Chicken Police.
Oh,
don't get me started on Chicken Police. Those cluckers.
I definitely see a lawsuit from. I definitely see a lawsuit from PETA on this game. But yeah, this is the game that caught my attention, Cowboy, because this game looks like Assassin's Creed Mirage mixed with Forspoken.
Okay. Assassin's Creed meets Forspoken.
I will say the combat looked unique in this one. There was elements of like astral projections that I thought were pretty cool.
Yeah,
but
then
like again,
Banishers.
Lords of the Fallen's astral projections are just annoying. So I'm a little worried about that.
So you can possess other people's bodies and make them do stuff. Like kill themselves.
Well, that's mean.
So you could take over their body and make
Well, they're trying to kill you, Rudix. They're trying to kill you.
Well, maybe I just convinced them to be my friend.
So you get a shield, like a magic shield and stuff. And see, you possess another person, and you make them like shoot the barrels and explosive barrels.
Oh wow, that's kind of cool. But hold up, what made it seem like Forspoken to you?
Just a magic element, I guess, and kind of like Banishers also.
It seemed more like Banishers. Whenever I think of Forspoken, I think of the traversal.
I think about magic in a cup.
So I think this game is Xbox's answer to Death Stranding.
No, this is not Death
Stranding.
No,
that's a very different game.
This to me is like almost a cozy game. It's like a sim, yeah.
Yeah, because like you're managing like your ship and and the different people on your ship and what their roles are, like engineer, all this stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, this is Xbox's answer to Death Stranding, guys.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like you don't know what Death Stranding is.
Look. He just. Oh, you can actually run it.
No, you see, he's running. That's already a dead giveaway that's not Death Stranding.
It looks kind of like Death Stranding.
And it's got the ship. You can manage the rooms.
And the idea is he keeps cloning himself, and this is how he's creating NPCs to do work alongside him, and he's got to manage the relationships of the NPCs, which are then himself, so that adds layers to it. So in my opinion, the graphics are not there to even call it a Death Stranding play. To me, their Death Stranding play is hiring Kojima to do their OD game, or whatever that thing is.
I can't wait to see that game.
I'm curious to see what that's going to be like.
Just because I want Cloud to get a big win. I hope it's really cool and people be like, "Oh man, I want to play that." I'm like, oh, it's only on Cloud.
I have a prediction about that game. I have a prediction that it's going to be a hybrid similar to like Microsoft Flight Sim, where like you download it on the console, but the cloud stuff's done on the back end. It's happening while you're playing it. You don't have it doesn't have to strictly be through cloud.
It's going to be like Ubisoft.
I have a prediction that it won't be cloud native. That it'll be available in the cloud, but it'll just come out like any other game.
You think so? I don't think so.
I think it'll be a cloud.
They're making too much about a big deal about
it. I think you'll have to have an internet connection, and it's because it has to connect to the cloud.
Have Game Pass Ultimate.
I think you can download a majority of it on your console, but I think there will be certain elements that have to be done through the cloud.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's look at this next one that they showed.
OD will be Steam Deck compatible. Watch.
I forgot what this one was.
Lion said he wanted to see Kojima tactical espionage games. That's what he's good at.
Yeah, that's PS6.
So all cinematic. Yeah, this is a cinematic thing. You don't even know what the hell this game is.
Hey, you get excited for Concord. You don't know what that is.
Yeah, what did you get excited for at the top of the show? What was that with the Nintendo and the PlayStation? And he walks into a room and you're like, this is the game that we should all pay attention to.
Right?
So Chucky comes to Roblox.
That's kind of crazy, right? Chucky coming to Roblox? Isn't that like a kid's game?
That was my comment on it, Cowboy, is why bring an IP like Chucky into a world where most people won't understand it? But could be wrong.
Kids love Chucky, right? And like kids, a bunch of kids just watch it.
Yeah, all the kids are gonna be playing this game like, oh, Chuck.
Man the fuck up.
Like, I don't know.
Let's see, who is this one? Wasn't this the
Metroidvania?
Yeah, Metroidvania kind of.
Yeah, it's similar to the new Prince of Persia game.
Yeah, I was just when I seen this, that's the first thing came to my mind. That game actually looks cool.
Yeah, it looks solid. I probably won't pick it up. I mean, I didn't pick up Prince of Persia.
No, I was talking about Prince of Persia. Did you get it?
None of these videos say it's coming to Game Pass or anything like that.
Some of them are like there's a couple that are coming to Game Pass. Like the Capcom one at the beginning was a Game Pass game.
Yeah.
And I think your Death Stranding copy is coming to Game Pass.
I believe so. Yeah, you're right.
I haven't got Game Pass in a few months. They haven't had anything that caught my attention.
This
next one.
This is the highlight.
This is the one everybody's talking about.
Okay.
And I don't see. See, I get that it's DNF universe and all, but
I don't know
is
what
this?
DNF is.
It's a fighting game. Yeah, it came out like 2 years ago. DNF Duel is what it's called.
Is it a part of the DNF?
It's SNK. Isn't that SNK?
No.
What about PB&J? You guys are all saying acronyms. I got no idea what you're saying.
Yeah, SNK didn't do DNF Duel.
They say y'all digging this.
Now, yeah, I'm digging this. This is for me. This is for me.
Yeah, it looks dope. Like I'm gonna wait till reviews because I looked at the studio and didn't really see anything of note.
Yeah, I like anything with super violence. Oh man, that's for
Dungeon Fighter Online. That's on mobile.
That's from the team that did Dungeon Fighter.
So it's a mobile game? That kind of gets
mobile,
me.
Maybe it's from a mobile.
I hope there's
developer.
They don't bring mobile elements to this game, like off-game farming and pay for this. And
yeah.
But to me, it looks like a solid linear Souls game.
Okay, yeah, it is based on the DNF franchise.
Yeah. So we got Frostpunk 2.
That's gonna be Game Pass.
Okay, that's cool.
Is this like a civilization game or RTS? I mean, it's RTS.
Oh, you
RTS
think OD's coming to PS5?
This is a
Jenna?
dying
I don't know.
genre.
Hey, listen, Lion. If it got an easy mode, I could lower it. You know.
Oh, it's like freaking Civilization, SimCity stuff.
I believe
it's a critically acclaimed.
I would
a lot
say
of people
less,
like this.
Less than Civ, because Civ is you're expanding. This is like you build a base and you just keep upgrading that base and keep defending that base.
Let me ask you a question about the last game. Could you scroll to the last game?
That's the last game. That's the last game.
Yeah, so
the last Berserker.
The last game, like
this one.
So
the first
if
Berserker.
you see this game, right, you see him swinging, you see him blocking, right? So is everybody gonna say anytime you see somebody parry, it's a Souls game? Because if that was the case, if you never played God of War Ragnarok and you've seen a clip and people are swinging and he's parrying, would you instantly be like, "Oh, that's a Souls game because he's parried"? Right? Like, when
that's
swing and Kratos block and it's like bing. Like, would you just say, "Well"?
I think.
But
the elements that make me feel like it's Souls are more of the boss battles and the linear progression element,
the save
and
point
things
that
you see there.
That's
yeah,
what I think.
that sort of campfire. Parrying is a big sign, but it's not a tell-all. For instance, Final Fantasy VII Rebirth has a parry system, but I would in no way call that a Souls game.
Yeah, usually, like, I know Souls games, when you have like a critical attack, it does like a significant hit on the enemy, and it usually requires stunning them. I mean, similar to God of War, I believe was somewhat inspired on the Souls franchise.
Okay, you all right? Yeah, but games
Hitting
with
the
critical
bong.
attacks been out before the term Rogue was out, right?
Yeah, and God of War was very different from the original God of War franchise.
Yeah, but look at Ninja Gaiden. Ninja Gaiden had parries in it way back in the day.
But the Souls franchise or Souls genre hadn't really expanded. Just like with Metroid.
I think what you said is more on par with Souls, is more about dying, the progression, right? You die and you lose a lot. So it's like
you go back to the
checkpoint. You don't want to die. You're like, oh man, because it's going to be more of a hassle and a headache.
Well, there's specific elements that make a Souls-like. For one, it is the checkpoint system. There is the collection of resources that disappear if you do die.
Right.
Stuff like that is
Right.
typical of a Souls type.
Yeah, it's anything they add to piss you off. That's Souls like.
But it does look kind of Souls like.
Yeah.
Even like the big gothic
But
visuals.
it also looks hack and slashy too. You know what I mean? So
Oh yeah.
my point was if you've seen a trailer of God of War Ragnarok and you never knew what it was, one could be like, "Oh, it must be Souls," you know, just
It's
like that.
inspired by Souls, but it's not a Souls game.
Yeah, it's definitely not Souls. But real quick, you guys all play Returnal? I thought that was a really cool rogue style game.
Yeah, Returnal's good. I enjoyed
Yeah,
it.
I thought they did that a really cool way to do it. Because when
Me
you
and
die,
Rubik's
like
played
they
it.
had the whole cut scene. Like I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, shout out to Maker. I know you gave me a big props at the title of the show, but I wouldn't have beaten Returnal if it hadn't been for Maker carrying me through those levels.
It was
Man,
kind
That
of
is
funny.
a tough game.
I could have helped you do that, bro. Next time, call on me when you're playing these games like that and Hellborn and all that. Just call on me. You know.
What was it? That second main boss that had like all the platforms. I remember that one. I
Oh
beat
my
it, and I
god.
was just like, "This is how you do it." And then I just ran up to the boss and
Oh,
started
let me ask you
smacking
guys
it.
this. I don't think I agree with this. Jason said the way a camera is positioned could be Souls. I don't think I agree with that.
It can be stylized, but I don't. That's not the
The
indicative of.
style, Lion said it could tell by the style of the boss battles and attacks. I don't agree either.
Because there are certain side scrollers that can be considered souls. So the camera isn't necessarily
Right.
what dictates it, but that is a telltale sign. It does come with a certain awareness of what's around you for a Souls-like game.
Yeah, like a Blasphemous, Salt and Sanctuary. Those are
Yeah.
like
So, Lion, my point.
Metroidvania style
Yeah, my
Souls
point
games.
bringing up the God of War was that one trailer we watched. There was parries and everything, right? And so if you just look at it, all I'm saying is if you didn't play God of War and you just watched the trailer and you've seen him parry and stuff, and you look at that game, they both are doing the same thing, right? But God of War is definitely not a Souls game. So that was my point: is you can't just say it from the trailer. And if you get your hands on it, then you can really say like, oh, this is Souls. Again, look at God of War. They added a rogue mode to it, right? And yeah, you level up, you get all this stuff, you die, and you lose almost all of it, right? So you can see the difference, but it's still the gameplay. If you watch the trailer of God of War, you could be like, is it rogue? Is it not rogue? Then you could play it like, oh, it's not rogue. And then you play a game, is like, oh, that is rogue, So that my point was just to show you that we can't really say by watching the trailer, you know.
Yeah, you're right. It can
Oh, it
definitely
looked
be
like a Souls
something
game.
other than a Souls game. I mean, you could get in there and there would be, let's say, the mobile mechanics that I was talking about. What if there's farming offline that you got to pay for to make your character stronger or to happen slowly over time? Like things like that could change the genre that we don't see in the trailer.
So Rune said God of War has a little bit of soulsness. He said, but it's too easy. Stellar Blade is way harder than God of War. Don't know, never played it. But if it got that easy mode, actually, there's some games on easy. Easy, it doesn't mean you're just gonna run through stuff either. Easy just means like you won't die as fast. But there's some games where I play, I'm like, damn man, like there's some annoying bosses even on easy, you know. But obviously it will be really harder if it wasn't on easy, because then I would get hit and almost die and stuff like that. But I just think over time of playing games for so long, I realized that I've got to a point in my gaming career, my gaming I don't know the word I'm looking for, but I got to the point where in gaming is I just want to enjoy it more than when I had like, like, oh, I beat that game and it was more a chip on my shoulder. I feel like, man, I could go back and I beat some super hard games back in the day, and I don't want that anymore. Like I'm past that. So I kind of like I like got out of that era in my life where it was like cool to be like, oh man, I beat this on the hardest level. And like I grew up in the day and age where, man, you talking about games now, you play games now. Yeah, it's hard, a Souls game, but remember back in the day where you had 3 continues and the game was over? Like I lived through those day and age where it was like, damn, what do you mean the game's over? What do you mean you had no saves? So it's like, dude, I don't want to return to that. So but yeah, it is what it is.
Maybe they need to get back to that because
well,
games are being run through way too quickly these days. And if they made games harder like that, it would take longer to get through. If you only had 3 lives in Elden Ring, bro, it would take you forever to beat that game.
Well, you know the thing is, I think we're too far past that. I think it's we can say this. The casual audience is greater, right, in numbers than the hardcore people. And so games would like think of how much more money something like Sekiro would make if it had like an easy mode, right? Like I was literally when I got the Lady Butterfly and I couldn't beat her. Remember Rude Days? I was enjoying it when on Stadia. I was like, dude, and this was when I was transitioning from Stadia to PlayStation. I was like, Rude Days, I think I'm gonna buy it. I was telling Obi, I think I'm gonna buy it. Rude Days was helping me out. I'm figuring it out more. I'm beating a bunch of enemies. I was that close to buying it on PlayStation when I got my PlayStation 5. And then I was like, man, this damn enemy I can't beat. And I was like, never mind. But they would have got my money had I been able to lower the difficulty a little bit. So I feel like a lot of games can't do that because they're gonna alienate too many people, So certain games,
I actually disagree. I think there's a large section of people that come to Dark Souls games because it is challenging.
No,
because I would say Elden Ring has easily surpassed God of War and probably God of War Ragnarok in sales.
Yeah, but
granted, it is multi-plat.
The thing with Elden Ring it was one of the easier Souls games, so it allowed people to feel like they can play it, right, and get into it. Like hell, I had it, and I was close to buying that game. I was like, dude, if you watch my videos, like, I think I'm gonna buy it. I think I'm gonna buy it. But then eventually it was like, okay, let me stop fooling myself. It was fun. It was easy to get into, but I wasn't doing anything. I didn't get nowhere. And once I fought that first boss that jumped down off of that bridge and he beat the hell out of me, I was like, okay, yeah, let me stay in my lane. So I think if they made, to Rudig's point, if they made like they just mass marketed, just games start having 3 lives or 3 continues, like the world would it'd be an uproar. Like now when you think of Souls and you think of Rogue, think about it, right? On a yearly basis, you get a few Souls and Rogues games, but you get so many more casual games. That's my point.
I disagree. Like I think there's no.
I mean, you can, but just look at the numbers. All you gotta do is look at the numbers. Just Google it. Like Google how many hack and slash games versus a Soul game. Just Google how many.
I would say Soul games
action
sell better
adventure
than
games,
hack and slash games.
Go ahead.
I would say Souls games sell better than hack and slash games.
I didn't say sell better. What I'm saying is you'll have core audience that fall in love with a Soul games, right? Like look at the people who are familiar with FromSoft games, right? Like some people got Armor Core just because it was FromSoft, and it's like, I mean, it's really not their stuff, right? But what I'm saying is, if you look in the calendar year, do you think like there's how many Soul games you think are coming out, right? Versus other games. Right now, if you take one Soul game versus another game, yeah, maybe that one Soul game is really popular and had a large audience that was familiar with the series and bought it, right? Versus some other game. But I think the general public don't want their games to be super hard. Like that's not going to go over well. And if it was, then it would be more of them. But it's not. I mean, I don't think that, it just makes sense. Like there's not an overwhelming like mass market of Souls games that's just coming out flooding the market.
I believe there are. I mean, look at Rise of the Ronin. That's going to be a Souls like even in the previews they're saying that it's difficult like a Souls game.
I mean, so think of it, right? Think of what you said, right? All right, think of what you said.
Difficult like a Souls game.
Okay, think of what you said. Look at the showcase just think of whenever they showed Rise of the Ronin, right? In a showcase, Think of how many games they showed and how many games were Souls games in the showcase.
I mean, it's pretty significant. I mean, it's a significant like section now. Like it is its own genre now, to the point that people keep coming out with these Souls type games, and there's a reason for that.
I think I do get what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, and what you're disagreeing on, is that in games, right? Like if you take the genre of, let's say, hack and slash, right? Let's say that, right? You're making it like the bigger chunk of games that's created is Souls games. Like what? No, not at all. Like, you know
It's
what I
like
mean?
saying the majority of games are hack and slash.
No, I'm saying if you look at games where you slash, where you swing, because a lot of Soul games is more combat based and not gun based, right? So if you look at that, right, just look at the market, right? Just look at how the number of games, right? If what you're saying was more correct, it would be way more, is what I'm saying. You know,
I
you
mean,
would it would be
there's
like,
been a
oh,
significant more
huh?
in the past. There's been significant more in the past couple of years.
Yes, I agreed. I definitely
Like
agree. But
Amnesia, Solstice. I can list a bunch of smaller like Souls games that have been coming out because of the popularity of, like, look at Remnant 2. Those are both Souls likes, and it's already here. Like the craze for Souls games are like, look,
whatever.
Black Myth Wukong, right? That's one of the hottest games that's supposed to come out this year.
Okay, man.
Like all I'm saying is, like, it is a big part of the industry now.
Yeah, I mean, it has definitely have a big fan base, but I think I was just going back to Rubik's point was like, oh, they should start doing that. Well, my point was just that I think the general public, um, the larger amount of gamers, I don't think would want games being harder than less harder. I don't think they would want games not having a lower difficulties. They wouldn't want games having 3 continues. That's what I'm saying. Like that wouldn't fly with the general public of gamers.
Yeah, accessibility is praised. I mean,
Right.
that's what it comes down to. I think with God of War, if it had one difficulty setting versus what it has now, it would do a lot better. It would be received a lot better with more accessibility than
Correct.
less.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm sorry I was having issues.
Yeah, man. We thought we thought you just fell over and died. All that coughing you did, man. Then you disappeared. All right, later, Dodge man. I'm gonna have to check your stream out. It's gonna be starting Black Flag. 8
What's wrong with
Central.
Skull and Bones? Come on.
Said the hell with Skull and Bones going to Black Flag.
It's the hottest boating game this side of Ubisoft.
And now PlayStation is getting Sea of Thieves.
All right.
Which one's better? Which one's better, Sea of Thieves or Skull and Bones?
Did any of you guys play both? And what's your thoughts? What's better?
I only played the like beta of Skull and Bones, but to me, I prefer Sea of Thieves. I think it depends on the type of person you are.
Okay. And well, what if you had to put Black Flag, Sea of Thieves, and Skull and Bones?
Well, it's very different. Like, I would probably say Black Flag is the best.
Okay.
That's just me. I think if you're looking for a PvP or like an online experience, I think Sea of Thieves beats out Skull and Bones. But like if you're looking for like a single player experience, Black Flag beats out both.
Okay.
But with that, I actually have to dip. I'll catch you guys later.
All right, later, man. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
When one leaves, another one enters, because Lion is in the building. And he's coming in muted. Hold on, let me see what Jenna said.
Yeah, the plan is to get the PS5 Pro and then give my PS5 to my little brother. So we'll see if that works out.
Is for me to get the PS5 Pro and give my PS5 to my wife. So I'm dying to get the PS5 Pro because my wife and I like to play a lot of games together, and it would be like Helldivers. I told her like I think she would like Helldivers, right? But it's a PS5 only. So, but I can't. I wouldn't buy another PS5 just for that. Because she don't play games that much. But if you give me another PS5 with some added benefits, whatever it is, like I'll be like Holtz and fall for the marketing. Oh, it's gonna do this better. Well, that's good enough. It's just a good enough reason for me to
Just
get
like I said, Cowboy, it's a Helldivers 2 is a system seller.
it. I guess, right? But yeah, so my wife and I had two PS4s forever, right? But I had a PS4 Pro and a regular PS5. I mean, a PS4, and so we were able to play games together. So yeah, I would definitely get a PS5 Pro. I will definitely get it day one whenever this thing come out. But yeah.
Yeah, so apparently they're gonna use AI for dynamic resolution on the PS.
AI for what?
AI for the kind of like NVIDIA DLSS
Okay.
and.
Oh, to be able to make the graphics better.
The better frame rate, essentially.
Does it bother you guys if it's like, remember people's like Stadia doesn't have true 4K? Like, does it matter or to you guys or what?
Nope.
It never mattered to me. I didn't get that into like the technical, like, okay, so how, like, okay, if it's not true 4K, then how less of true 4K is it, right? Is it a lot? Is it noticeable? Is it not? Like, because I always feel like there's a there's a sector of people who would love that stuff. It's just like being a sports fan, but you take it to the extra where you're like, you're a fanatic, everything, right? So I feel like I'm just not that into gaming on that side. I just like to play what I like to play, but I'm not that far in. So that stuff
I mean, I
never.
want it to look good, but I think 1440p is a nice spot for me. I have no complaints there.
Okay.
It's a little bit above 1080p. Something in between is fine for me.
Lion, are you planning on getting a PlayStation 5 Pro?
To be honest, as of right now, no. It will have to bring really good improvements to the game or something so innovative that I want it. Because I have a PC with a 4070, it does really well. It performs excellent. So if I want better performance, I'm gonna go the PC route. But I do prefer playing on console. And so far, the PS5 has done well for me. I have no complaints on what it's being able to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think if I was in your route, right, if I was just getting like, because I don't like to have a lot of the same things, so it probably would bother me if I had another PlayStation 5 and nobody else was playing it, just me. I like, what the hell I got two of them for, because I got the Portal, so that's kind of like.
My
Look, I got
answer.
the Rogue Ally, and I have played one game on that Rogue Ally. I regret buying that thing because I don't. Whenever I'm home, I just have the PC or the
Right.
PlayStation to play, and then when I'm mobile, that thing only lasts like an hour and a half. And when I'm mobile, I'm doing something. Like I'm doing an
Okay.
errand. I'm doing something. I never have a time. Like I don't know where people do it. Like in the bed, you have the TV right there. Like
Yeah.
why?
So what's crazy? Over the weekend, I've only played WWE, the showcase mode on my Portal, and over the weekend, so there I don't know how many it is, but I've played I think 9 of the showcase over this past weekend, and only on my Portal. Never played it yet on my PlayStation 5. And just laying in bed. So what helps me is my wife and I, right, our bonding time or our time together. Sometimes she just on her phone on TikTok, but she just like me to be in the same room with her, right? Versus before, it was like I have to come in here and then I'm not near her. So our whole deal is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. She don't care what I'm doing. I could be in here streaming all day and night. She don't care. But Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, she wants us to spend time together. But she don't mind when I'm just sitting in bed playing on my portal, and she's just sitting in bed next to me. So like I get to play so much more games now that I got that portal. So, but I guess if I kind of lived alone and I didn't have a girlfriend or a wife or whatever, then I would just play on my PlayStation, right? It'd be like
This is the thing, Cowboy. You got a really cool wife because you
right,
play games, she play games.
right.
I happen to date a lot of women that don't game, so
No,
it's
I
not
do
something.
remember those days. Yeah, I mean, and
Yeah,
the
I
movie
can't
was
really be
cheap.
gaming like
Yeah, yeah, I know
yeah,
what you're saying.
it's not
My
something that I.
answer to that question, would I get a PS5 Pro, is simply no. Usually, I just got my PS5,
Okay.
and usually I like to live it out till to the point where they announce they're gonna stop making games for it or stop supporting
Okay.
it.
Efka, we knew you
And
weren't gonna get
at
one
that
because we see
point,
you haven't got a really decent micro camera. Look, we know.
at
Well,
that point,
speaking of
PlayStation
wives,
6 will be out.
mine just came down the stairs and I'm going to have to jet off. But thanks for having me on the panel again,
Definitely.
as always. Cheers to all you guys. And I'm sure I'll catch you guys on the next
Definitely.
one or hell diving.
Definitely. And thanks for coming back on. And Rudigs, tell the people what you got going on next, man.
Yeah, tonight I got a. Here, let me turn on the camera. What's going on, everybody? Tonight on the Rudigs channel at 10 p.m., we're going to be dropping in with Helldivers Community Play Night. So if you got Helldivers, come on, swing on by. We're going to be playing with the community. And then, of course, we got Family Game Night where we play Fortnite with the siblings. And then Super PlayStation Bros Wednesday morning and the download on Friday morning. So a lot going on. Be sure to tune in to Rudigs on Twitter and YouTube, and be sure to catch it all. Take care, everyone.
Bam. And here is Rudig's link. So make sure you guys check him out. Good stuff. I mean, I'm a little upset because he won't let me on the show. But you know what? We're not gonna worry about it because come April for my birthday, he's gonna have no choice. He's gonna be like, damn, cowboy, he's gonna have no choice but to let me on. So just saying.
Look forward to it. Look forward
Definitely.
to hearing that you're back on the consistent bandwagon.
All right, but Rudigs, thanks for coming on, guys. Make sure you check out Rudigs. His channel is right here, and I'll try to tune in tonight, man, for a little bit while I'm watching Monday Night Raw.
Take care, everybody.
All right, man. Later. Lion, real quick, Lion. Shout out your channel, man. Shout out your stuff, bro. Listen, Lion. I'll say this. Let me give my man Lion some credit. So at my old job, I used to be able to watch and listen to stuff while I was at work. Right, I sit at work, and I was able to just I used to listen to all Dark videos, this and that. Once I left my old job, I had to make a choice. Like, well, I can't not make a choice. I had no choice. My new job, I get calls back to back. I can't do nothing. Sometimes I can't even text my wife for like an hour at a time, right? But I find time to listen to Lion's content because I think it's really good and it's really entertaining. So I always, and I've said this a long time ago, that I admire the hell out of Lion, and I can't wait till I make my video because Lion, you're one person that I met that I really do like, man. Like, I know sometimes you try to get under my skin, but like, I like your personality. I love your accent. Like, you're just somebody that I met that I really admire. I told you, I love your hosting, and so yeah, I just want to give a shine to you real quick because I literally try to find time to watch your content. And like I've literally, and this is no nothing, but I've literally haven't listened to Dark's any of his stuff since I left my last job, which was back in August. I mean, wow, which was back in October. I guess maybe the console war. I'm like, you know what? If I don't really have time for it. But Lion, I've tried to find time, and I'm trying to catch up to be up to date with your content because I think is really good. So if you guys don't know, you gotta definitely check him out. But I'm gonna pull up your thing right now. But yeah, tell the people a little bit
Dark
about it.
actually went to PC.
I mean, I seen a thumbnail of that. I don't know if that was real or not. But Lion, give us tell us a little bit about your content, man.
Yo, thank you so much, Kyle. I appreciate it. I really, really appreciate those nice and kind words. We work really hard at that content. So I have a channel called The Playbook. You can find us at the playbook _FL. We talk about all different kinds of topics. Myself, Tracy Smith, my boy Mr. E, and we just try to keep it fun. We do some research, bring some interesting guests, and we got more content coming. We're just backed up on the editing. We record a few episodes at a time, and we just tend to catch up. Sometimes we skip a week or two, trying to get everything edited out. But check us out at the playbook underscore FL. We try to do something that anyone can sit down, listen to while you're doing your everyday task, similar to like a Joe Rogan podcast, and just try to have fun with it and just be transparent and honest with our content. So thank you so much for the ability to speak about our channel,
Yeah, but
Cowboy. Thank you
Ryan,
so
you
much,
didn't even
brother.
tell the people the type of content it is. Like somebody listening, like, okay, well, what is it? Give them a little bit of tell them a little bit of what type of topics you discuss.
So some of the topics that we have discussed, and let me, yeah, I gotta look at reference because I drew a blank on my memory
Dude,
because we have stuff
I
that's
can
not
talk
out yet.
about it. Listen. I was just listen. You can listen. I'll bring it up. But yeah, I mean, look,
So,
you
for
guys have.
example,
Okay, go ahead.
one of our latest episode was discussing what happened with Sean Evans from Hot Ones, where he broke up with his porn star girlfriend on Valentine's Day. So we went deep into that, and that was a very entertaining episode. It was a very hilarious episode. We have a really cool episode about talking about prank culture. We discussed the issues with it, why so many people are going with that, and what should be done about it. A couple of weeks ago, we had a former NFL star, Michael Clayton. We talk about his beginnings, how to stay motivated, and the stuff to do to help out in the community. We also had a good friend of ours that's humanitarian of the year for the Tampa Bay area, Agent Nikia, and she built a hospital in Africa. She also runs a nonprofit saving animals from disaster areas. What a good friend of ours as well. That's a up and coming actor. He recently did a documentary playing the role of Derek Jeter. He's doing some live theater. He played Muhammad Ali in a big theater over here, Strat Center, similar to like a Broadway show. So we try to bring people that have interesting lives, interesting story to tell, and we discuss a variety of topics. And we have a lot of fun, laughs. We throw jabs at each other. So, hey, check us out. You guys won't be disappointed.
Definitely,
You
man.
need to have me online because now I'm a notable gaming panelist.
See, this is what happens. You need to be in person, and you need to have a good mic. So you need to show up. We don't even know what you look like. Okay.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Not for nothing. What I want to say is Lions. If you just look at the channel, I'm not saying anything, but it is premium. Like, yeah, the thumbnails, like, they are really trying to, I'm not down in even myself, right? But they are like, they really, really like, it's real premium, right? Like the microphones, the setup. You can see when the guests are on, like, they really do a great job. I know it's recorded and edited, but they do a great job at the product they put out. As you feel like you're listening to something premium, you're listening to like a real like premium podcast, and so I think it is really cool. I like what you guys got, man. It's
Thank you, brother. We got some ideas, stuff we want to execute, and we have so many episodes that we haven't edited. There is a episode that I think is gonna be funny just because
okay.
I'm being taught how to play golf by a professional golfer. There's a friend of
Wow.
ours, and she kills it. And then we're just finishing the editing of that. We had a professional chef as well to do a meal for us, and
Okay.
we're trying to figure out the editing on that. So there's some cool
Yeah,
stuff
man.
coming on the line.
It's I mean the intro, like when it first comes on. I mean, you guys obviously did your research. It comes on. It's like a couple seconds
It's
of
a
what's
drone.
actually gonna, different stuff that's going to happen in the show, and then the intro
Mhm.
comes on and it comes on. I mean, I'm a fan. Like I said, I like it. I don't.
I
I'm
appreciate it, brother.
I'm busy during the day at work. I can't do nothing. Once I get off, you know me, I get the chance to play video games a little bit, and then I got to do my show, and then after that, spend time with the wife. But I make time to check out your stuff, and so I was hoping you wasn't gonna give too much spoilers. I'm like, bro, I didn't even listen to the episode yet. Hold
Oh,
on.
those that I mentioned haven't come out yet, but yeah, we had
No,
some
I'm talking about the
cool.
one that you mentioned. You was like our last episode. I'm like, but no, you didn't say too much. You didn't say too much.
No, that's a
Like,
fun episode. That's a shorter episode because it was a
Okay.
very long recording, but we
Gotcha.
shorted it out, and I think it's very funny. I think I was laughing just in the editing room. So we're working on trying to get better at editing and camera wise, our camera work. We have some issues with some of the we have like 5 different cameras,
Right.
and we switch them out, and we're trying to figure out the how to work them correctly to get better picture, better angles. And then we are at the mansion, so we're trying to figure out different locations to shoot because he has a movie theater where we shot one of the episodes. We want to do one by the pool because his pool has like these torches that like these fireplaces next to the pool. And has a beautiful lake behind it. We want to do some more stuff with the cars. He just bought Doc just bought a limited edition Maserati SUV, and we want to do a shoot. We want to think of something to do with that. So we want to do some really cool stuff, interesting stuff. You know that because we have access to certain things that we didn't have access to before.
Yeah, I mean, like Rune said, he said, yeah, Lion production value is through the roof. It really is.
Appreciate that, Rune.
Yeah, it's
put
good. I think you guys got a good group. Like I'm loving your personality, Doc's personality, and Mr. E. So each of you guys bring something different, and each of you guys have different stories that's different. And so I love when you guys communicate with the guests, and then you might have somebody might have a similar story to the guest, but you guys always put the guest first, but then it brings out a story that you guys have, and I'm like, oh, that's cool because I get to hear similar to what somebody would have did. Like the last one I was listening to, it was cool because Doc was kind of like he was kind of bringing up stuff he did with the coaching and stuff like that, and the one guy was like the football player. It was cool. Really, let me not get in. Anyway, it was cool. It was cool. I don't want to turn the show into a lion show, but
I actually have my own janitors now, Lion. So just
okay. Go ahead, FCat. Well, Lion, I hope when I move to Florida, I get to be on the episode and actually be.
You know that's a must. We're gonna have the cowboy live on the studio.
Definitely.
It should be an interesting episode.
And I watch you guys and I listen. I always envision myself actually sitting there with you guys. I always vision it's gonna happen because I'm gonna be
Listen,
there.
we only had 2 men. I think we only had 2 men so far on the show.
Yeah, I was so that the one guy when you guys was like, oh, you're the first male guest. I was like, oh wow, that was crazy. So
and that's a good buddy of ours. We were supposed to do something really cool because he just had a play debut like a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
But it was only running for 2 weekends and we couldn't go. We wanted to record some of the stuff, but he's up and coming. One of his movies just got an award at Indie Show. So one of these days, he's in talks in Atlanta with some people. So you might see him in a big movie one of these days. So
cool, man.
He's coming up. So it's gonna be pretty cool when he makes it.
Speaking of some of Lion's content, Lion, have you seen the Halo TV show?
So we did a review of the Halo TV show a year ago, and that lost us subscribers because we roasted that show because it was so bad. Now I have not watched the new season. I hear it's very good. I haven't watched it yet, and at some point I'll get some time. I haven't watched
better. It's a tad better.
I haven't had the time to watch TV. Like I haven't watched a TV show because I either play games or I watch TV. I can't do both based on time. So based on what time I have a lot, I've been playing Helldivers. That's what I've been doing.
Lion, let me ask you this about Helldivers. What is it about Helldivers that makes me not go back, like as a gamer? Like why every time I play it, I enjoy it, I love it. And then when I turn it off, for some reason, nothing makes me say, hey, I want to pick this up. Like what?
You may feel like I may have the same feeling as you in some other games. Like you may feel it's a drag to learn the controllers or to learn to get better at it, or because you're so lower level, you don't have all the perks. So you're like, you gotta do that grind to get there, and that would detract me from wanting to get in the game. However, once you start playing the game, you remember, oh, this is a really fun game to play.
It's crazy. Every time I play it, I'm like, dude, why don't I play this more? Like Every time I play it, I say that to myself. Like, it's so much fun. Like, I was playing with you guys, I just had a ball. But for some reason, when I turn it off, not when in my regular, oh, let me play this. What should I play? I never say like, oh, I want to play Helldivers. It's weird.
I have games that I feel like that way, and then once I start playing, I'm like, why don't I? Why was it a drag for me to turn it on? Like I'm level 23 right now. I'm loving the game. Like I play, I like that you can play 30 minutes. You can play an hour. You can just do one match. It's not gonna take you forever. You're not gonna get lost in the sauce.
Right.
There's plenty of people to play with. Like sometimes no one's playing. I'll play with some random people. I'll find some people that are really cool to play with. It's just a great time. Like I enjoy the heck out of this game.
Yeah, like that other dude I was playing that was friends with my friend Houston, and he kept killing us with those martyrs. But yeah,
Oh
dude
my
was
god,
cool. No?
the mortars are just it's hilarious too. Like it's
Yeah,
like you don't get mad. You go, oh, you
yeah.
shot me with a thing. Like yeah, it happened.
That's what's cool. You don't get mad. You just play it like, and you laugh about it. You know?
I had a run the other day with these randos at a really hard level. I think it was like extreme difficulty, and the guys kept dying, and we had no more reinforcement. I was the only guy alive, and I had to run this SSD all the way to the other side of the map, and it was hilarious because I had no bullets, we had no stratagems left. The ship already left. I am running for my life. I am dodging like a football player every single bug that was coming at me. I survived for 5 minutes without being killed. And I ended up tripping over a mine that somebody had placed before. That's what killed me. The guys were like, that was an epic run. I wish I had recorded it. It was hilarious.
Damn, man. What's your thoughts on the Stellar Blade? I seen somebody had a video of the outfit, so I pulled it up.
I am looking forward to it. I wanna get my hands on it. I like the idea of the game. Normally a lot of games are like kind of Final Fantasy-ish in aesthetics. I don't like too much, but this game, or I don't like Bayonetta, for example. But this game, based on what the promise of the combat is very interesting. I'm not quite convinced yet, but if they're gonna release a demo in the coming weeks, I want to try that out because that might be a purchase.
Yeah. Yeah, I
So
mean,
far, my next purchase is Dragon's Dogma and Rise of the Ronin. Rise of the Ronin has a difficulty tier, which is great because sometimes those Team Ninja games, after you get to a certain point, you're like, you know what?
yeah.
I need a break. I need a
Dude,
break.
remember back in the day, Ninja Gaiden, man, there was no levels. You just had to play it the way it was.
Yeah, it's Ninja Gaiden. I got to beat it back in the day, but it was a like it's weird. Like I feel like older games were always harder, and you just don't have no choice but to play them.
Right. You just like,
And you have more. I have more time. Like right now, I
Right.
think it's not that the game is hard. Is how much time do I want to invest in this?
Right.
Like Elden Ring, it took me from February to May to beat it, but I love the game. Now, do I
They
want to
just
invest
need to
that
put
much
the
time
demo.
on another Souls game?
I was saying they just need to put the demo back up.
Yeah, this does look cool. Is
It's
this from a
coming back
demo?
up. They said that they're gonna make it release it properly. It should be a couple of weeks.
So she's shooting guns and she's slashing. I like that.
No, this game is. I think it's gonna be a hit. I think the action is gonna be good. Sony has another hit in their hands with this game. I know they don't have any first party game, quote unquote, but you cannot complain with Sony made sure from the beginning of the generation that you have something to play on the PlayStation 5, whether that's first party, second party, third party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And Dragon's Dogma is coming out. I cannot
I think
wait
he
for that.
froze. Lying.
Give me those Cowboys.
It's Monday, and that means it's Monday Night Raw. And FK.
Cowboy, we can hear you. Now we can hear you.
He keeps freezing.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear me?
Yeah, you keep freezing up.
Talk about paying for internet and but I don't know what's that about. But anyway, you guys can hear me now, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah, you're good now.
So what I was saying, FCAT, is, do you got anything else we want to bring out before we go? It's Monday. It's Monday. I want to watch Raw.
That's pretty much it.
All right, cool. Well, look, I see some more people popping in, but we're actually going to get out of here. Thanks for having Lion on. Make sure you go in the chat. You can see the link for him, the link for Rude Diggs. Yeah, definitely good stuff. Yeah, when does this come out?
That's in April 18 or April 20, something around that time. So.
Did I hold up? FCAT, do you know if is this the game that did I game lock this?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I remember I put a post asking you guys what should I game lock. If I didn't game lock,
I told you to game like South Park.
No, I think I'm good on that. Yeah, I'm gonna game like this. But anyway, I gotta get more into RoboCop too. I only played it like 2 times, I think. Oh, I game like Dragon's Dogma.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah,
that's gonna be.
Yeah, that come out the.
Yeah, that's gonna be fire. I cannot wait for that game. Like I know it's gonna be 30 frames on console, but PC is the way of that one. But I cannot wait. That's gonna be.
Wait. Rise of the Ronin and Dragon Dogma come out the same day?
They come out the same day. Like, I don't know why they would do that.
I think I might have to change my game lock to Rise of the Ronin.
No man, I'm gonna probably get that at some point too. But I think Dragon's Dogma, because basically what they're doing with Dragon's Dogma is the same game as the first game. They're just making a parallel universe, but they're adding every improvement the first game should have had. It's gonna be fantastic. Like I just love the combat style. You can climb on guys and just cut their head off. It's gonna be great.
Damn.
Oh man. All right. Well, guys, Dan, look at this, man. This is looking cool.
Reminds me of what's that game? Dragon Age Inquisition.
No, hell no. It reminds me of Onimusha Warlords. Like back in the day, if you guys play Onimusha, this kind of like that style, like.
Yep, good old Capcom.
I wish they bring Onimusha back. Like I don't know why they haven't done like a proper remake of Onimusha Warlords. So that was like that trilogy was fantastic.
So yeah, this must be the demo somebody was playing. All right. Well, with that being said, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. This was cool, man. Had a lot of fun. Man, it's always fun just talking gaming. One of my favorite hobbies. But with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. This was the Cowboy King of Entertainment, and I'm out of here. Mwah, 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 mwah. Love you guys all. And with that being said, and now your mama knows. Lion, write it down.
I'll make you famous.
Because I'm a cowboy. Oh, man. And now your mama knows. Bruce, unleash the baby god dragon.